Hi, start over. Hi, good morning. Carla Sue Hansen, AIDA International. And are we? Okay. Excuse us, we're having a few technical problems here. I'd like to welcome you to the AIDA Individual Pool World Championships Belgrade 2018. Today we're going to be seeing the dynamic with fin competition. Should be extremely exciting. We're having the trials today, the heats as they call it, and these will be to see who can qualify to make the finals. There will be 6 people in the A final, 6 people in the B final for each gender, so six men, 6 women, A and B, so 12 total, and only the top 6 are eligible to receive a medal. So everyone has to decide today how far they're going to go and try to get a white card so they can qualify, and it'll be I think they'll be having to be, for the men, it'll be close to 300 meters because that is the current world record. Those are held conjunctly by Matt Molina of Poland and George Panagiotakis from Greece. We also have Alexander Babenchikov from Ukraine, who had broken the record, and his personal best is close to 300 as well. And we have Goran Cholak and several others who are in contention for making that same mark. We're going to be starting our first heat here, heat number 1, in just a few minutes. We just had our openers, and the openers are sort of a practice run for the judges and for the technical thing to make sure everything's right. Those dives are not eligible for the AIDA ranking, but it's good practice, and they can be eligible for national records, and I'm not exactly sure how those turned out because we weren't filming, but it's nice to have that done. So we're going to be starting here, and let's see, it's in just a few minutes, and as you can see, we've got our graphics up already. In lane 1, we have Chris Marshall from New Zealand, and he is, his personal best is 230 meters. He's quite accomplished. He was disappointed in his dynamic no fins dive yesterday. I spoke with him about that. He felt he should have gone further, but we'll see how Chris can do today. In lane 2, we have Yuriko Ichihara from Japan. His personal best is 188 meters. In lane 3, we have Kayusuke Ebe from Japan. Personal best is 142 meters. In lane D, Takayuki Inoue of Japan. Personal best 109 meters. In lane E, Tetsu Oguchi from Japan, 157 meters. And in lane F, Matsumi Mitsuno from Japan. Personal best is 166 meters. We have quite a few Japanese competing this morning, and especially in this heat right here. I spoke with them yesterday to get some information about them. Quite a few of them are new. This is their first major competition, and in fact, Inoue Takayuki, man, this is his first time in a competition and his first time traveling overseas, so he's really excited to be here. Abe Kayusuke's only been training freediving for a year and 8 months, and he's very excited to be here. Ichihara Yuriko, his goal is to get white cards in all of her events, so we'll hope we'll see that happen for her today. And Tetsu Oguchi started just about 2.5 years ago, And Natsumi Mitsuno, she is just started recently, and she she said she's not even a swimmer, so this is her first time putting her face in the water when she started freediving, and she's just very excited, and she really loves the sport. So we'll see how they do this morning. It's going to be great. I'm hoping I can get one of our competitors to be my co-host this morning. Yesterday we had Alice Segura Vendrell, our static champion. I'm not sure. Alice is preparing to compete tomorrow. He'll be having to do his static qualifying, so I'm not sure if he's available, but I'll try to get someone else to come over and do this commentary with me, so it's a little more interesting for you, rather than just listening to me the whole time. But I'll do my best to try to give you as much information as I can about what's happening and about the dives, and we'll see what happens. Dynamic is, with Finn, is fast, and you'll see when they show the judges on the side that at times it may seem like they're running just to keep up. So they generally wear good shoes, track shoes, and will have to really move in order to keep up with the athletes. And just getting ready now, as you can see, the athletes are standing on their starting blocks, and they are trying to gather their thoughts and relax as much as possible, get their heart rate down if they can. As you can imagine, it's extremely difficult to do because, especially at a World Championships, one tends to be nervous, and even as much as you try, it's difficult not to be nervous, and it's one of the challenges of this sport. Adrenaline tends to take over, and your heart rate goes up. So it's something that mentally one needs to learn to control. You can see Chris there, and we'll see how they do here this morning.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Extra little breaths that you saw them taking that kind of looked like they were swallowing, that's called packing. That is to get a little more air in right before they start, and it is something that one learns when you take advanced freediving courses. It's a technique that is used only for advanced students. We don't advise it for newcomers. It is something that you have to train for, and you have to develop flexibility to be able to do it because if you don't do it properly, you can injure yourself. So we certainly don't want that to happen. As you can see, they're going quite fast. They're already in at the 50-meter mark, making their first turn, and coming into the next one. The monofin makes it move much quicker than when they're doing the no fins in the breaststroke style. So you'll also notice that just as in no fins, there's a variety of styles and speeds, and some people go faster, some people go slower. In this heat right here, Chris Marshall is pretty even with Eureka. He's just made his turn. Now he's coming out after 100 meters. And you can see the safety diver there struggling to keep up, and there he comes up right there. So that is completion of that dive. Chris gives the OK sign, and the other divers are still continuing, and we'll see who makes the turn at 150. Takayuki Inoue is still going at 150, and there is one of the girls, and she looks very happy. Seems to be excited about her dive that she did. Good strong. There's the protocol, and we'll see how this ends up. Our lighting can be a little bit difficult here. We apologize for that. We have an indoor pool, which is very nice, but it makes the lighting a little bit more challenging for our broadcast. There is an additional outdoor pool here, 50 meters. We had the competition last time here in the outdoor pool, but the weather is kind of unpredictable and it can get quite cold. So it's nice being inside and not having to worry about the weather. All right, so Chris Marshall did 114 meters. I'm sure he will be very disappointed in that. Chris is a much better diver than that. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe we can find out later. Natsumi Mitsuno did 128 meters, and I don't have the results yet for the other 4 people, but we'll get them quickly, and we can see how we're doing. It'll be interesting to see that. So we see that Yuriko is very happy. White card so far. Everyone has a white card. Kayusuke Abe was 151 meters. Yuriko Ichihara, very nice dive at 195 meters. That's extremely impressive. That is a very good result. So the world record in this event is still held by Natalia Molchanova. It's one of the last remaining records that she still has, the late Natalia Molchanova. She also holds the static record, and so we'll be seeing if this time around one of the girls can break that record in dynamic. Last in Turku 2 years ago, Magdalena Solif Talada came very close to it. So we'll see if maybe this year or one of the other ladies has the ability to surpass Natalia's record in dynamic. So our final results here are we have Chris Marshall at 114 meters, white card. Yuriko Ichihara, white card, 195 meters, very nice. Kayusuke Ebe, 151 meters, white card. Tetsu Obushi, 139 meters, white card. Natsumi Mitsuno, white card, 128. I don't have the report yet on Takayuki Inoue. We'll see how that went. Sometimes it takes a minute. We're using a system here where we have an app on a phone, and the data is input into it to get the result.
PB, not record, PB.
PB. So that 195 by Yuriko is a personal best for her. You can see her there. She's extremely excited. That is a wonderful performance by her. So it's not the record. I believe the record is held by Hanako Hirose, or it would be a diver coming up later, Miyako Ishida. She had broken it in Turku, but I think that it was broken last year at the Team World Championships, or 2 years ago, by Hanako, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. We'll ask the Japanese what the national record is. But I know that that's getting close. It's over 200 meters, though, I know, for the girls. So, okay, we're going to be getting ready now for our second heat of the day. We have some strong competitors in lane A. We have Annette Rafen Otsen from Denmark. Her personal best is 220 meters. She is the European champion. She is a medal winner from our championships that we had in Turku 2 years ago. In lane B, we have Selvin Desané from Canada. That is a male athlete. In lane C, we have Ralph Stolzel from Austria. His personal best is 130 meters. In lane D, we have Sayayaka Oi from Japan. She is a new diver. She's only been diving for a year and a half. In lane E, we have Mika Meskanen from Finland. Personal best is 132 meters. And in lane F, Marta Kolasinka from Poland. Personal best is 113 meters. The way that the seatings are done, here comes Alish. Good, I'm going to get him to come over here and grab him and have him help me. The seating, as I just started to say, is arranged by the announcement. The athlete makes an announcement, meaning an estimate of what they think they're going to do, but actually it's most of the time much less than what they think they're going to do. Some people like to be very conservative, and also by how far they go will also be part of where they want to start. They try to estimate. If they like to be early, they'll make a shorter announcement because the shorter ones go first. If they want to go late in the day and see how everyone else does, they will make a longer announcement. If you're later in the day, you have the advantage of being able to look at the other performances and see how far you have to go in order to make the finals. And some people will prefer to do that as Alexander Babenchikov did yesterday. He was able to see exactly how far he needed to go to make the finals. He ended up going further than what he needed to do because he was feeling good about his dive and he was successful at 200 meters. But other people just like to go early and not feel the pressure of looking at what the other athletes have done. It's just a personal thing. So we're getting ready to start now. And you can see the athletes getting prepared. Annette did not have a very good dive yesterday. I don't know what happened. She stopped early and didn't even bother to do her protocol. So she wasn't feeling well or something went wrong. I don't know what it was, but let's hope that she's better today. And we'll be looking forward to seeing how because she is capable of doing a very big swim. As I said, her personal best is 220 meters, so she could be one of our leaders in this today. Sylvain in lane B, male athlete from Canada, the national record is 2:06, and we'll see what he can do. Here's Alish. I'm going to grab him and get him to join me over here, so you don't have to listen to me alone. It's much more. Here's Alish. So we're glad to have him back again. He's got a lot of good information about everything that's going on. And what are you feeling about this dynamic competition today?
Woha. We have lots of guys over 275 meters personal best.
Yes.
It's really crazy. So I'm pretty sure all of them, they want to touch or even turn the wall of 250.
Yeah.
Which just sounds really crazy.
It does. It does, yeah.
But in the end, it's always so tricky to get there that I don't think all of them are gonna make it because it's really difficult to have this good day. Yeah. So I think being close to the 250 may be enough to get to these finals.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So, as Alish just said, his prediction is that 250 will be the number that he thinks that will need to be attained by the men. We've already got one dive. One of the Japanese women had a personal best this morning, and which was really exciting at 190 something. Yuriko Ichihara. She was extremely excited with that. So the girls are starting out strong already. So we can see now.
Yeah, may look like the girls are going all for the 200 if they want to be in the A final, right?
Yeah, it could be. It could very much be that they're going to have to go over 200. So I was telling our audience that yesterday Annette Raven-Austin, who is the European Championship, somehow just aborted her dive, as you recall, in the no fins. And I'm hoping she has a better day today because she is a 220 meter diver. So.
Yes, I think she's underwater right now.
Yep, she is, and let's hope she stays underwater and does a nice dive for us today.
Yes.
So so we have our first athlete, Sylvain from Canada.
Yeah, maybe mentally it's not the best approach for her, but she has it in her legs, so
yep.
Hopefully.
And Annette is turning right now at 100. And you can see her here in the lane closest to us on the bottom of your screen. So let's hope that she has a better time today. And that will be, we have Sylvain from Canada, seems to be moving quite fast.
Mm-hmm.
And there he is. And it looks like he's surfaced at
150.
At 150. It looks a good protocol for him. Annette's making the turn at 150.
Very good.
She's continuing on. So let's see how she does. And she decides to, you can see the safeties there following her, having to swim hard to keep up with her. The second safety is coming along now at the 175 mark.
Well, very good speed, eh?
Yeah, she's moving along. She's coming in now 200. Let's see if she just stops there or decides to make the turn.
Whoa.
Still going, and she touches the wall and comes up at 200.
Yes. I hope she made it to the 200 exactly and not
Yes.
199 because there can be the cut. But I think it's 200, yeah.
Yeah, as long as she touched the wall before she lifted her head, she will get credit for the 200.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how that's judged. But she's looking very strong.
Yeah, she's experienced, so I'm sure.
Yeah, she is. No problem there with that. She's solid.
Really clean. She will be really happy and just mentally ready for the finals because yesterday I'm sure she had doubts.
Oh, that was, yeah, she's happy.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened yesterday. I didn't ask her, but that was a great.
I was talking to her. What I think is that she wasn't in the best mood. So this sport is really mental.
I don't know. It can be water temperature. You know, it can be anything. You never know what can make someone's dive just not be successful that day.
Yes. Also, the first day of competition is
Yes.
also more difficult.
Very hard. It's very nerve-wracking. You know, I just think everyone's nervous, and including us. You know, we're not quite sure how everything's going to work out, and there's a lot of last-minute technical things that need to be worked out. We had a slight problem yesterday. One of the blocks broke. All those things are stressful, and then the organizer has to scramble to make a last-minute repair, and you know, we just never know what's going to happen. So here we go. Now we'll be coming up with our third heat of the day. In lane A, we have Malgorzata Lubecka from Poland. Personal best is 137 meters. In lane B, Alice Hickson, who is the British champion, and her personal best is 200 meters. In lane C, it's Janita Kukula of Finland. Her personal best is 95 meters. In lane D is Ruslan Bogan from the Ukraine, 150 meters. In lane E, Anita Preisler of Austria, personal best 88. And in lane F, Paul Sutton from Great Britain, and his personal best is 100.
So I don't want to put too much pressure on Alice Hickson, but
yes.
she has this 200. But as far I know, I think she did more on trainings.
Yeah, and she didn't have a good day yesterday either, and was not in a good mood. So I rode on the bus back to the hotel with her, but she didn't say anything, so I didn't say anything. I don't know what went wrong, but she was not happy. She seemed in a much better mood this morning. She's going to be starting our judge course with us tonight. She had a big smile on her face this morning, so I think maybe that first day nerves is over for her now. And let's hope she has a really, really great performance today.
Yeah.
But she is a previous medal winner from our in Turku, and she has a big capability. She's also good in static. So yeah, yesterday just didn't seem to be her day. And I think you're right. You know, first day jitters can be really overwhelming.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready now, and you can see that we try to allow plenty of time between the heats so that for longer swims and that there's no overlap, that the next set of divers can get prepared, the safeties can get prepared, the judges can get prepared, the results can be registered, and so that's why there's a little bit of gap between the heats. If they're too close, it makes things kind of too complicated.
Here we see Matt with his lucky cup. A few years back he lost his one. He was so crazy. He was mad he lost his cup. Now he found a new lucky cup.
It's a new lucky cup, yeah. And you can see Matt is completely dry. He never gets into the water before he performs. He is a no warm-up diver, and which is has become quite popular in the last few years for the dynamic events. And so he's just over there trying to relax and mentally prepare. He came by though and gave me a big smile. He seemed like he was in a good mood this morning. So it'll be nice to see how he does. He is the current co-world record holder with George Panagiotakis from Greece. That's 300 meters, which is, we had a very exciting championship in Turku with both of those men surpassing the world record and holding it jointly at 300. So I'm sure there's going to be some contenders trying to make that turn at 300 when we have the final.
It looks like, but maybe when we put too much pressure on them, then it's gonna get more difficult. I don't know.
Yes, that could be, definitely. Yes, definitely. We'll see, but I think they're planning on it.
Yes.
And here's Annette. Maybe we can get a word from Annette. Annette, would you come by and speak to us for just a minute?
Come here.
Would you come speak to us for just a minute? Congratulations! That was a very nice swim this morning. How did you feel?
Shitty. I felt sick. I felt really sick.
Oh, you're not feeling well.
No.
Oh,
But it's okay.
that was a nice 200 though. It looked good.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's enough for finals, but let's see.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. But it certainly, you looked very strong on your protocol.
Yeah, I know. It's a kind of a comfortable place to end the dive for me.
Yes.
Because the wall is there and I come out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When you look that strong, you're always like, I should have added a little
I
more
should have
meters.
added more.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah, but you just wanted to be safe and get a white card. I could tell yesterday something you just weren't right. You didn't even do your protocol. You stopped really soon.
Yeah, I was really stressed and I felt a little sick. And then in my mind, you know, the voice that tells you you can't do it. When you feel a little sick and you're very stressed, that just takes over.
Yes.
And I quit. And I have never done a dive without doing my protocol before. I have never quit that easy before. So I just looked at the judges and I was like, what's the point? And then I swam to the Chinese girls and got a lot of hugs.
Oh,
So
that's not.
that's why there was no protocol.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you don't do the performance you want, you know, I'm sure for you it wasn't important to get that registered. So,
Yeah.
it's all right, you know. But I could tell that it certainly wasn't your day. You know, I didn't know why, and Alice and I both talked about it. Said something's wrong with Annette, but we didn't know, and we didn't want to say anything because
No.
when you're not in a good mood, you don't want to talk about it.
No,
So
no.
I'm glad to see you were smiling this morning and
Yeah.
things were looking better. So,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
great.
Alex actually also he did know that I was sick after Siemens World Championship,
Yes.
so I've been sick all week. But you know,
Well, hopefully now you're getting better and you'll be good, you know, for, you know, are you going to do a static tomorrow?
no way.
No.
You've seen me do static. I am the least relaxed person you will ever meet, so I only do static at home. Funny thing is that I've started to like it more
Yeah.
because no numbers, no
Yeah.
countdown. I don't get time, so just lie there and relax. But
Oh, great. Well, thanks so much for joining us and good luck, and I certainly hope you're in the finals. That was a good performance.
thank you.
Thanks so much. Alice will come back and we're going to start commentating here in our next group. We'll see how we're doing here with this group of divers. And you can see they're coming in for the first turn now at 50 meters. And Alice will be in the second lane from the bottom. And there she is there, I believe. And so they've all made their turn at 50.
We can see one short bifins with perfect style.
Yes.
Really nice. Hard to compete the monofins though.
Yeah, it really is. It is. But you know, some people are old school. They like the bipin, and are very good at it. There goes Alice. Close to the surface, I would say.
Really close. She's braking. At the moment,
Yeah.
it's not a penalty or anything.
Oh, well, it looks like
Not her dive?
No, that's
Uh-oh.
don't know what happened there. Our other divers are still continuing.
Yes. We really hope she will have her chance in statics, but
Yeah, I don't know. She just doesn't seem to be on her game. Maybe she's
No.
not. Maybe she's not feeling well. Maybe she's been sick. I don't know. But that was just a 100 meters.
it's not only about the breath hold because this way of swimming from 50 to 100 is close to the surface.
Yeah.
It does give a clue that she's not comfortable in the water.
Yeah. No, there's just something not right with that. So we have. Let's see if we can tell here. Here's protocol. Looked good on that dive. Love to see what that
Yes.
is. Yeah, Alice only got 99. She lifted her head before she touched the wall. We have Janita. She did 107 meters. I think that is a, let me see here. Janita, that is a personal best for her.
Yes.
So that's a nice result. And Anita Pressler, she did 88 meters. And let's see what our other results are here. We'll be up in just a minute. Let's see the finals. Let's see our vice chairman of the judge. That's Christian from Austria. He's writing down his results. All right, for Ruslan Bogan from the Ukraine, 154 meters. And we're still waiting to see what.
Si formó Gorzata.
Yes. So Morgazada and Paul Sutton, we're still not quite sure what their final was. The Polish men and women are generally strong, so we expect a lot from them. See how Morgazada ended up? 157. 157.
Really good.
That's very nice. And we're still waiting on Paul Sutton. I'm not sure. He was over at the far end, or this end actually. Let's see, no, far end.
So I would dare to say that maybe this 150 plus, it's not an A final, almost sure, but maybe in the B finals we will see. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. All right, and here's our current standing in. Well, let's see. We don't have. That's not quite. Yeah, there's Annette. So we can see for the women current standing. Annette, who you just saw and heard, is in first place with 200 meters. Yuriko Ichihara with a beautiful personal best of 195 meters. In third, Sayaka Oi, 171, that's a good number as well. Morgazada's 157, Natsumi 128, Marta Kolasinka 127, Janita Kukula 107, Alice 99, and Anita at 86. So there's where we stand. I'm not sure how Paul did. We'll find out here soon. So here's the men coming up here in just a second. We'll get these first so far. Ruslan Bogan of the Ukraine, 154. Sylvain Desaulniers of Canada, 151. Hayasuke Ebe of Japan, 151. Mika is 146. Ralph, 139. Tetsu is 139. Paul Sutton did 120 something. The number just left us.
Next one is a thrilling one, eh?
This should be exciting. So we have in lane A, closest on the bottom of the screen here, closest to us will be Michał Dabrowski from Poland, a 207 personal best. In lane 2, the co-world record holder, Mateusz Molina from Poland, 300 meters. Lane C, Jeppe Lokowitz Pedersen from Denmark, 161. In lane D, Dimitris Antonio from Cyprus. His personal best is 115. In lane E, Vojislav Kopat of Serbia. His personal best is 114. And in lane F, Heike Schwarzner, the only woman in this particular heat of Germany. Her personal best is 115. So
I can tell forehand that I'm pretty sure Matt is thinking of the 250 meters wall. Maybe turning
at 250?
Yes.
All right. Now,
for Michał, I think he can think of big numbers, but I think B final is realistic for him. A final maybe. I don't know if it's his day. But
we'll see. Matt looks like and as we noticed yesterday and Alish pointed out, Matt wears no facial equipment whatsoever, no goggle, no nose clip. That he says works best for him, and for his, he likes to have his face completely exposed to the water, and he told us yesterday the water temperature was 24 C, and he found that works well for him. That's a good temperature for him. He was pleased about that. He likes to feel a little bit of a chill. It seems to work well for his dive reflex. can be somewhat shocking when you first enter, but
It is. It is.
You can see everyone getting ready here. That is Jeppe from Denmark right there. He's pretty tall.
It's huge.
Yeah, he's a big man. I was sitting next to him on the bus this morning. He is quite large. And there's Matt right there. There's Michal. And the starter is getting them ready. Divers are trying to concentrate, relax, gather their thoughts, get prepared. What do you think about right before you're ready to start?
I'm not that good dynamic swimmer. I think partially because I think of what numbers I should do, and I'm pretty sure what you have to do is get rid of every expectation. If you get to do that, you just swim until you can. Otherwise, you can start having doubts really early on how is your dive going to go. So I think the big guys, they just try to focus on the next wall. Every time next wall, just techniques, counting the kicks, and making it to the next wall in the best way possible. When you anticipate the result, then it's when you're going to struggle mentally a lot.
That's a good tip for our newer divers, is that you don't want to be thinking about numbers. And
it's really difficult. We all say it, and then when you are there, it's really tricky not to do so.
Because so much of this sport is technical, as it is about numbers, but you have to tell yourself, don't think about those numbers. So it's a little bit counterintuitive. But right now you can see that they're completely immersed in their thoughts, whatever those thoughts are at this moment.
I think on this block, all of them should go for their maximum performance, maybe except Mateusz, he's feeling strong, he can save something.
So your opinion would be that this particular set of divers must go for their best in order to make the final?
Yes, I think so, it's their chance. Because yesterday we announced it was likely that the finals will be done in 6 people.
Yes.
So 6 A final, 6 in the B final, and now it's confirmed, we already know. So if you want to be in these 12 people who will have a second chance in the finals, you really need to push it.
You really need to push it, and but we have Goran and Matt both who told us they're doing all 3 events. There's also that, we have to see their endurance, how strong they are. That's tough, all those days in a row. They have to put in a performance every single day.
Yes.
So Matt may be thinking to himself, he won't do his absolute best because he wants to hold a little bit back because he's got to do a static tomorrow as well.
Yes.
So we'll just see, but we do know he trains very hard, as do most of our athletes. Most people nowadays, it used to be different. People would kind of show up for a comp and just see what they could do, but nowadays people train very, very precisely and have specific training programs. They do.
Yes.
So our
in the case of
divers-
Cholak, he's like mostly professional of this sport. Mateusz is combining with his engineer.
Yes, he has an engineering job. Yes, he is a
Yes.
professional outside of freediving.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here they're coming in now. This will be our first set coming in for the 100-meter turn. So Heike is there out. Looks like somebody has come up there.
Yes, someone went out
Out
at 100.
at 100. Voislav, I believe, is up at 100. And the others are still going on. Dimitris has stopped also. And you can see Monica Hopp there of Germany waiting to give the card. For those of you who are new to our sport, if you looked at the back of the diver, you saw this black thing. That is a weight, a big weight, neck weight, that the athletes wear around their neck to keep them under the water. There you can see Matt Molina making his turn right now, very relaxed.
150.
At 150. There is Anna Louise Fortin of Canada, looking at Heike.
Okay, she's out.
Yeah.
Pretty good dive, I would say.
Yeah, it looked good. She looked strong. Her protocol looked good. Here comes someone else up over there on the line. Can't tell who that is yet.
This is Jeppe.
Yep. Jeppe moving his with the goggles.
Good protocol.
Here comes Matt in at 200.
And 200 for Michał as well.
200 for Michał.
Both
They're
all
right.
together, same school,
Same school.
same team, limitless.
Same team. There they are. They train together. They're making the turn at 200. Let's see how far they
Crazy.
go after this.
Arm strokes for Michał, so his breath hold is great, just a little bit of pain in the legs. Now he's out,
Getting his
Great.
nose clip. He's fine. Matt,
around 210 I would say.
I think so. Matt is still going.
Yes, so about the personal best for Michał, and Mateusz going to the 50.
Yeah, let's see how Matt, if he makes the turn at 50, he stops at 50. We'll see what he does here. We don't have a camera on him right now. Can't quite tell.
Very good for Dąbrowski and Mateusz.
Yes,
Yeah, he's
there's
already
Matt.
there.
Yeah, Matt, there he is.
Touching
at
the
250,
wall.
Touching the wall. at
He
250,
turns.
And he's turning. So Matt is continuing on
Whoa.
at 250. Let's see what he's decided.
has
He's
it.
going to come up. There he is. Okay.
Something like 256, 257.
Yeah, and
Perfect,
very fine, perfect. You can see he didn't have any facial equipment on, so all he did was give the okay sign and say, I'm okay. That is a good protocol. The safety diver is watching just to make sure he's fine. He's breathing and everything is fine. He looks perfectly strong. So
Yeah,
very
big
good.
relief for him. Now he has his job done. He's ready for finals.
Yeah, he's got it, and he can relax today and just wait. Good
He's
result.
99% sure this is an A final.
That should be an A final, unless something very odd happens. That
Yes,
definitely
no,
should
no.
be an A final.
Very unlikely.
So Michał was 215. We have Jeppe at 175, Dimitris 100 meters, Vojislav 127, and Heike at a nice 159. We don't have the final, but we know Matt was we were guessing about 257. We'll see. That should put him right into the final, no problem.
How easy are his protocols? Yeah, both from not having facial equipment and both from his capability of doing it very clean. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he makes it look easy, and believe me, as you saw with Michał, that his legs were giving out on him. That's the lactic acid building up in your legs. It can be very painful, and sometimes you pull, wiggle, do whatever you can just to get a couple more meters, but your legs you've just totally lost it. You have no feeling in them. You just can't even go. So there's a nice photo of Matt. He's speaking to Judge Grant Graves. A nice dive for Matt. We'll get him to come over and give us a few words here too. And he's being congratulated by everyone on the pool side, of course. So of course Matt will move in now and be our leaderboard. On the leaderboard, he'll be at the top of the list.
255 for him.
255. Nice swim for Matt. Second is Michał. Third is Jeppe. And we'll be getting ready now for our next heat, and which is heat number 5. We have another one of the strong Polish athletes in lane A is Karol Karsh. His personal best is 226. In lane B, we'll have Asua Shifley, female from Malaysia. She didn't feel well yesterday, so she didn't compete. We're hoping that she's feeling better today. Her personal best is 165 meters. In lane C, we have Philip Fennell from Great Britain. His personal best is 183. He's one of the stronger of the British competitors. Lane D, Sala Hakanpaa of Finland, and her personal best is 104. In lane E, Lisa Bohr from Australia, personal best 154. She's the president of AIDA Australia, by the way, new president that they have. And in lane F, Hans-Jürgen Lenzen from Germany, and his personal best is 137. So who are you particularly interested in this heat today, Alish?
The obvious is Karol. He will be using the poly setup, no
Yes.
goggles. So he is the one who can be again like yesterday in that distance which goes between the A finals and B finals. If he's in his day, we will see if he can make it in the A or in the B.
There's a Sua there from Malaysia. She's a little tiny thing. She first came for the Team World Championships in Kalamata. They actually had a team come from Malaysia, which was really great. That's Philip Fennell right there from Great Britain. Next to him is Salah Hakaka'a from Finland, the red cap. And then Lisa Moore from Australia. She's already in the water, getting prepared. And Hans-Jürgen on the end. So they're getting ready to go. There's our finalist is taking a photo of us today from the Netherlands. She had a very nice swim yesterday.
Yes. And we can see some more bifins.
Yeah,
Really interesting.
Yeah. We do not, in AIDA, we don't have a separate category for bifins. In CMAS they do. We do have a number of our athletes have been pushing for us to change the rules about that. That is something that can always happen. It has to just be voted on. If people want that, it has to be supported to make a rules change to allow that. We have a number of people who particularly wanted in depth to have bifins. And I think some of you spearfishermen like the idea of having separate records for bifins.
We love this old school
Yes.
stuff, yeah. Yeah.
So there you can see Carol trying to relax, and you know, I think in some ways probably coming from a strong team like Poland is a big support, but it also puts more pressure on you because you feel like you should be as good as your teammates, but they've got some stiff competition just in their home country.
Even though the most insane, I would say, is the Greek one with the monofins dynamic.
Oh, the
That's a
Greeks.
crazy championship.
They have a very big competition in Greece, and a very exciting one for them with between George and Jonas, and there's a couple of others that are very good.
Yes. They are struggling to go over 250
Yeah.
in the middle of the year without the preparation they have it in a year for the World Championships. It's really difficult, and they manage.
And there they go. You can see Carol is going to be at the bottom of your screen, closest to us. So keep an eye on him and see how he does. And then, as I said, his personal best is 226 meters. Let's see if he's going to have to push it and see if he can extend that a little bit if he hopes to make the B final, I think. They're coming in now. They're making the first turn at 50 meters. Judges are running along the side. Just keep up with them.
Very good.
Very good. Asua right next to
So
him from
close.
Malaysia. It's nice to see countries like Malaysia participating. They have a strong freediving program there. They have competitions. It's nice to see that.
It's booming, I would say. It's
It
growing
is.
a lot.
It is growing a lot. Carol seems to be taking his time. He seems relaxed. Our diver in the 2 lanes over is going much faster. That would be Philip Fennell from Great Britain. Much quicker. Carol seems to have a rather slow pace. Turning now at 100 meters. And there is
Hans? Is it?
Yes, Hans-Jürgen, he's already up. He's up, and he's given his protocol. And here you can see Carol moving along right here, close to us. He's about coming in about 140, I would say. Coming into the 150 turn. We don't have the next group in yet. Sala from Finland has also finished, has come up. There's Cal right there. Relax turn.
So we can see struggling protocol.
Oh no!
That he did. That's gonna be, I think, a red
that's-
card.
That's Philip Fennell.
It was a long swim, yeah, over 200.
Yeah, he pushed it a little too much. Pushing hard. Lisa Borg, that's Lisa Borg there.
Yeah, clear protocol here.
Yeah, yeah. Philip, unfortunately.
He's
that's-
all right, but he missed
he's
his
fine.
chance. He was just there.
Yeah, he is the captain of the British team. He won't be happy with that. He just gave it everything he had, but pushed it a little too far. And here comes
And Carol?
Still going. Here's at the 200.
Turning.
Quite slow compared to the other divers.
Did they announce 250 plus? No.
No.
No, it's 200 plus.
Yes. Yeah. He's got his arms down at his side. He's relaxed. Looks like he's moving him up forward again.
Maybe they anticipating he's on the way.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna be trying to move on here to a personal best. His best
Whoa,
is
whoa,
well.
really
There
good.
he is, and
Yes.
yes, very nice.
And
That will be a personal best for him because that's farther than 226. So maybe right close.
Yes, about 230. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Did that look good for him? You can see that thing hanging around his neck there. That's the neck weight. He'll be. I think he should be very happy. Yeah, Philip Fennell, as you can see, that was a red card because his face went under the water.
So I'm pretty sure that Carol will make it to the finals, at least the final.
Yeah.
We
and
will
he's-
see, but I think so.
He's happy with that. Very happy
Yes.
with that. Asua came in at 103. Sala 145. Lisa Bork 136, and Hans Jürgen 120. So it looks like that should be a white card for Carol as well. So we have all white cards in this heat, excepting Philip Fennell, which
We could see Carol struggling a bit to get the lane, but imagine how difficult it is when you don't have a mask on you.
you don't. Yeah, that's
You
it.
barely see anything, you're on your limit.
Yes.
But they still manage. It's crazy how much automatically they can do it. I would get totally lost. I'm so used to the goggles that I would get lost. I would miss the lane, I'm sure.
Well, when I'm old and I was a swimmer, and when I was swimming, we didn't wear goggles, and so you do get used to it. And now that I wear goggles, it's much preferable. My eyes don't hurt all the time from the chlorine. So here we can see our leaderboard coming up again for the women. We have Annette still in first place, second place Yuriko, third is Sayori Oy, fourth is Heike, fifth is Magrazada from Poland, sixth is Sala from Finland, and seventh is Bork. You can see the rest of them there, and I'm sure that's going to be changing as we get into the women who have the bigger numbers and as their personal best. There's the men. Let's see. It's adjusting here. Let's wait a minute. There it is. So Matt Molina is in first place. We have Carol at 229, so that is a personal best from him by 3 meters. So I'm sure he'll be very happy with that.
Yes.
And Mihal at 215, Yemba at 175, Muslim. But Alice is predicting that it's going to take at least 225, right? You think to make
The B finals?
B finals?
Something like that. Maybe even less.
Maybe.
Maybe even less.
There's Carol, very happy with that dive, very pleased. And he certainly gave it his all. I think that was a very good performance from him. So in our next heat now, we've got in lane A, Michał Mrozowski from Poland, another Polish diver. His personal best is 180. In lane B, we have Stefan Andrus from Serbia. His personal best is 179. He achieved the Serbian national record yesterday in no pins, so he had a very good performance. He's doing well.
He's in shape, yeah.
Lane C, Sven Adels from Germany, 133 is his personal best. D, Florian Grauer, also from Germany, 154. Lane E, Mikkel Brandt from Denmark, 177. And in lane 8, Icaro de Valle from Brazil, 100. So we have all men in this heat, and we don't have anyone in this particular heat who's done over 200 meters, but one never knows. They may feel that they need to try, and we'll see what happens.
Well, Michał Mrozowski, he was for years doing mostly dynamic no-fins, and he was pretty strong. So if he got used to the monofin, I'm pretty sure he's capable of 200 meters. And Stefan Anjus, he did great yesterday.
Yeah, he did great yesterday.
Looked like he's ready for a new personal best. So yeah, why not? In case of Mikkel Brandt, the Danish, he was just telling me he feels slightly sick, so I don't know how he's going to manage with that. We have him side by side, so he's probably going to be a DNS, so not start.
Yeah, Mikkel's not going to be doing it.
He's going to be recovering.
Well.
He's going to be recovering.
You've had an ear infection?
I have it both ears now.
Oh, no. No, that's sad to hear.
How about tomorrow? May you dive?
Try to do a
I
static.
hate static, but I can do static because I just have to lie in the surface. So I'll do static.
Mikkel will be ready for tomorrow.
Well, at least he'll get to do something. It's really unfortunate when the timing works out, you get sick right during the competition, but the stress adds to the whole problem of that. Yeah. Annette said she hadn't been feeling well either, but she was able to push herself through it and have a good swim today. So glad
So
to see
when
that.
Jill will be healthy, she will push it more
Oh,
in
yeah.
the finals.
Well, yeah. And by the final, she'll be really strong.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's hope.
We'll see you later.
Cheers.
So, as you heard, Mikkel in Lane E will be a DNS. That means did not start. So it's unfortunate that he's had this ear infection, but it's just the way it works out sometimes. So we'll see how we go. We're getting ready now.
No goggles. Guess from where he's coming. Another Polish one.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That seems to be the trend in Poland, the no goggles. So that is Michał in lane 1. And, well, it's reversed here when you look. You see they actually lettered them, and it's the reverse of the number. So when you look here, it's kind of confusing. 7 is 1 for us, or A. So, but it's backwards. You can see them now taking their last final breath. And they're off. Unlike in depth, they really need to leave before 10 seconds. You can wait until after, but it's a penalty. And Alish can explain to you all about penalties after the 10-second mark.
I have some background, right?
Yes, I'm making a little joke at Alish's expense, but I know he won't mind me saying so. But he has a tendency to start late in static. I don't know why exactly.
I'm
but
slow in general. Yeah. Yeah.
So he gets a deduction, and it's 1 point per 5-second block, and that's how the deductions are done. So
It's nice to make it all white cards, but in any case, when you are thinking of the results, sometimes, only sometimes, it's better not to stress, enter with a very small penalty, but in full comfort.
but you cannot get a record, national or world record, with a yellow card. So that
Yes,
is
that's
something to consider.
Yeah.
And when, as we hope that Alish will be trying for a world record soon, at some point,
When I'll be ready.
when he's ready, he will, and he needs to get a white card, so he needs to start on time. So now we can see that our first is Stefan is turning, and at the 100-meter mark, everybody has turned now at 100, moving towards 150. There's our underwater view of our safety divers. Those are the divers in the middle of the pool waiting for the transfer midway. See how they do here. Coming in now at the 150 mark.
Oh, someone
Yeah.
just there in the 150.
Yeah, 150.
Well, not bad.
No, that's good. Looks like the protocol is okay. The turn at 150 here. I don't think that's correct about Sven, but maybe.
It's marked as 200, but we will say it's 150.
Yeah, I think looks like Michal came up. He didn't go as far as maybe we thought he might. Okay, let's see here. Here's
Andrews?
Andrews, yes.
Is it?
Let's see if he's got to get the goggles and he's got to get his nose clip within 15 seconds. Okay.
Great.
Okay. It's okay. Breathing. He's been diving well. He got his national record yesterday for Serbia.
So around the 200 meters walk, so it's a
Yeah.
personal best for him.
That should be. That's a very nice one for him. Just got to remember to keep that head up and not dip. Ikaro looked like he's had another problem. Great part yesterday. Wow, nice. Everybody's very pleased for Andrews. That's very nice. He's having a great well, this is his home country, so
Yeah, he's the local guy, so the staff is happy for him as well.
yeah, that's nice. Yeah, he's doing well for his home country. That's great. So let's see here if we can get our numbers. So Andrews was at 2:02. Sven 1:49. Florian not quite sure yet. Michal not sure.
So it's likely the national record for Stefan, right?
Yeah. Ikaro Devay looks like he got a yellow card because it looks to me like he was under. Yeah, he's a yellow card because he's under announced performance. If you do laps.
National record 202 for Serbia.
Yes.
Yes, that's fabulous. So
it's confirmed.
So yeah, so Stefan Andrews has got another national record for Serbia. That's 202 meters. That is excellent. Grant Graves, head judge, just came over to report that to us.
242 swimsuit.
Excellent. 240. He was moving at 242 very fast. I'm going to write that on my notes so we have it. So congratulations, Stefan. He will be so excited. Maybe.
It's really, really fast.
Yeah, really
Really
fast.
fast,
Maybe
yeah.
we can get a word from him. If we can grab him. He's standing by the pool now talking to Judge Arena from Russia. We'll try to grab him and
Yeah, to give a reference for
Yeah.
slow people just like me, I take seriously over 4 minutes for this same dive.
yes, but when somebody has a 10-minute breath hold, they're able to do that. In my case, since my breath hold is just over 5 minutes, I can't do that.
Yeah, but it's pointing to a bad technique.
Well, I think you're underestimating himself. Alish is definitely not that bad. He's really not giving himself enough credit. But some of these guys, though, I mean, and obviously Stefan was trying, has been training very hard. Because if you can go that fast and use all that energy, he's in good shape. You have to be able to do that. So here comes our next heat. This is heat number 7 today. In lane 1 is Aris Ioannidis of Greece. His personal best is 2:17. He was disappointed yesterday in his no fins, so let's see how he does today. And B, Mladen Jovanovic from Serbia, his personal best 150. C is Dave Smith from Great Britain, 150. D, Linda Stedman from Sweden, 129. And E, Olga Markina from Russia, 163. And in lane F, Solveig Mathiasen of Denmark, 156. And Solveig had that beautiful swim yesterday and qualified second in no fins, 161, surprising herself and making the Danish national record. So
It was really surprising for me as well.
Yeah. So we can see how she does. She was very relaxed this morning. She was on the bus talking and confident. So let's see how she does, and that's great.
We will see also Aris Ioannidis, the Greek. We spoke about him yesterday. He's a great swimmer. He has a great style, really fluent, a lot of glide. He was telling me he feels a bit his back because he hit yesterday. We hope it won't be an excuse for him and he will feel properly underwater. If he does, we will see a good distance from him.
Yes, he is a seasoned competitor. He knows how to compete. He is the captain of the Greek team. He has been a great mentor to these young stars that are coming up, as you were talking about. These young guys like Giannis and it's Christina that are been so successful. And I know that he helps them and has been a great role model to them. He He's an accomplished business person as well. He is not a full-time freediver. He's a business person and also participates in the activities of AIDA Greece.
But he took it quite serious this year. He's been training and he has new coaching. So yeah, he's looking forward to see the results of that.
Yeah, let's hope he has a good swim today. And he's wearing a speed suit. Some people wear wetsuits. He's got on a speed suit. So there, and you can see there his coach and assistant putting his neck weight on. Getting ready. And there's our leaderboards being readjusted again. We still have Matt at the top, Carol second, and Michal third. So we've got 3 Polish men, first, second, and third currently. I'm sure you're not surprised.
It's like yesterday.
Yeah.
No, but a lot of people yet to go.
We got a lot to go. We've got Goran. We've got some of the strong Russians.
Giannis.
Giannis, yes, Giannis, and George. George will be
Panayotakis.
George, and he's the other co-record holder. So we've got others to go that will be challenging those top marks today.
But a couple of extra Polish as well in the 250. We have Krzysztof and Michał Bochenek. So yeah.
It's gonna be a full plate for all of us here. Yeah. Very exciting.
We can see Krzysztof here passing by, ready for his dive.
Yeah, there he is. He's got a smile on his face, looking good.
Yeah.
It's always a good sign. So here we are. We're getting ready to go. You can see the various preparation styles. Eris is quite tall, so he's.
We have these metal boards ready from the organization, really useful for the people to do proper breath up.
Yes. Yes, that big metal thing that you see hanging there was specifically constructed for this pool, and that way you don't have to hang on the side. You're supported and you can stand on it so that you can breathe well, and it also just saves energy. The whole process is easier, it's less stressful. As soon as the diver starts, there's assistants behind that pull those out of the water so that when the person comes in for the turn, it's not in the way. You can see them now, they'll reach over and pull that out of the water. And there goes Eris. He's off. And in the third lane over from him, Dave Smith from Great Britain is moving out a little more quickly.
Yeah.
And we'll see now as they're coming into the first turn here. See how they all look. See different styles. Some people are more fluid through the bodies. Other people use more knees. Different ways that they move that monofin. There's Eris coming in. You can see he has a nice turn. Relaxed. Mladen Jovanovic next to him from Serbia. It's like Stefan Anjus hasn't come by yet. He was trying to help Mladen get ready for his swim. Right, so now we've got, for some reason this one lane, the one here D with Linda Stenman, it's not getting the right numbers because she's obviously not at 200 meters, but so there's some mistake there. So I don't know what's going wrong, why it's doing that. It's some kind of technical glitch we're having right now. Here you can see Eris coming in.
Well, in general, it's a big progression. These screenshots are really useful. So besides this really small stuff, it's really helping us to follow the competition.
Absolutely. Along with everyone listening in, you can see exactly what's happening. We haven't had this technology in the past. This is new for us. Sponsored by AIDA International, I might add. This is something we pay for to make the competition better for everyone. And here we go. We're making the turn now at
150,
150.
I would say.
And we have Dave Smith from Great Britain has come up already. And
I think it's a 155 or so.
yeah, and Solveig Matheson, we'll see where she came up. There she is.
You can see Linda, she's marked in the 300 plus, but she's not. We will see now their numbers in shortly.
Yeah, there's Solveig there. She doesn't look too happy. I think she came up sooner than she wanted to.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's a little disappointed.
Well, comparing to yesterday, yeah.
White card from Anna. And there's Eris
Aris for the 200.
at the 200. Good, good. He's coming in at the 200 mark. Eris is
And
going to make the
turning.
turn at 200. Still going.
Going for personal best.
That's great. Yeah, his personal best is 217.
He's over at this moment.
Let's see
Is
how he
it?
does. No, not quite.
Not
He's
yet, not yet,
217,
not yet.
Getting there. And I think he's about at 25 now. He should
Now
be.
he's in the 220.
Yep. So there he is. Good.
Yeah.
Ah, very nice.
Now I think it's a personal best.
Yeah, he should be very pleased with this.
Around 220.
Hang on, keep breathing, Eris. Keep breathing.
Very
there he
good.
goes. Yeah, he should be happy. Keep that chin up. There you go. Yeah, he's already smiling. He'll be feeling much better about this today. And
Yes.
that's great. Let's watch for his reaction when he gets the card. And we'll see what he came out. We're still got a little problem with Linda Stenman. She did not do 300. So Mladen Jovanovic did 163. Eris, we're not sure yet. Let's see, that's great. Olga Markina was 166. Solveig, we're not sure yet on that one. Let's wait and see what Eris did. Dave Smith was 155.
So far it's all personal bests.
That's
and
really
white
great.
cards.
That's really nice. You know, it makes you feel good when you know you tried your best, and it's one of those things, you know, that people battle the struggle to keep that head under. Okay,
Yeah.
Mladen, that was a PB from Mladen Jovanovic. Excellent at 163. It's our Grant Graves came over to tell us that, which is great. We love to hear that. 222 for Eris. Excellent performance for Eris. He should be very pleased with that. So we'll try to grab him.
So I think it's a personal best for all of them in this
Yeah,
one.
I think so.
All of them.
It looks like they all were, which is great. It was all white cards.
6 white cards, 6 personal bests.
Yeah, that's great.
So 222 for Aris Ioannidis.
Great performances. What a nice heat that was. We'll see who. I saw Carol walk by. I was trying to get his attention, but oh, there's Stefan. Let's see if we can get him to come by and give a few words. Mladen is standing there with his. See if you can get Stefan to come over and we'll
I will
talk
try
to him.
to.
Yeah.
I will try.
We'll send Alish over to get Stefan to come over and say a few words, since he's having such a great competition with 2 new Serbian national records and representing his home country absolutely at the highest level. It's just fabulous. There's the back of Eris there. We'll get Eris to come over too. I'm sure he's very pleased with that performance. There's Eris right there. Here's Stefan. He's coming over. We'll talk to him today. Great to hear from him. So that's well, congratulations. That is good.
Thank you very much.
Please sit down and have a couple of words with me if you
Sure,
would.
no problem, no problem.
Wow, well, this is just so exciting, representing Belgrade, your Serbia here in your home country, and 2 national records.
Actually, it is very exciting, and these are my best results ever, so I'm very, very happy.
You are just
Very
having
happy.
a fabulous competition. Did you surprise yourself?
To be honest, yes. Yes, these are actually my personal bests. So looks like I like the competition atmosphere, the competition situation to be able to win myself.
Yeah, that is
So.
wonderful. That is great. And Mladen just had a personal best as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's my colleague, my buddy. So
that's great. So
he had great results too.
That's excellent. That is just great. You know, I think we were commenting, Alish and I were saying that we think everyone in this heat had a personal best. That was just a good.
Really, it was a good heat.
A good heat all the way around. Eris just had his personal best at 222, which is very nice. So it's just great. Are you going to be doing static tomorrow?
Of course.
Oh, good.
You don't waste an opportunity like this to not engage in all the disciplines. So
Oh, that's great.
we'll meet again.
Well, congratulations and good
Thank
luck
you
for
very
tomorrow.
much. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Looking forward
See
to
you
it.
tomorrow then.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right, Alish will come back again. We'll get him back here. And we got Lydia Ludish here coming by. Oh, and here we got Vedran's going to join us here for a few minutes. Vedran, President AIDA Croatia. and the treasurer for AIDA International. And how are you feeling today about what's going on here and your team from Croatia?
Well, I don't feel rainy as the weather outside is, but the atmosphere inside is warm, and I do anticipate a lot of great dives. We already saw a few of them today, so I guess that we will continue to see big dives for the heats.
Yeah, Goran had a spectacular dive yesterday, and he was very happy, which was nice. Goran can be quite sensitive, so it was nice to see him smiling and happy and effusive and talking and wanting to be interviewed. It was great because he was pleased with his performance yesterday, so he'll be in the A finals, which is great for him.
Yes, and we are yet to see. We are expecting also putting big hopes in the another newcomer, Petar, who is competing within the I think almost the last one. Yeah, in the 15th.
Okay.
So, so yeah, I mean, all in all, we hope that. I mean, you can be sure when you see a smile on Goran's face that that's extraordinary good.
Yes.
So, if he is just average, satisfied, he will not smile.
Yeah, he pretty much hides his feelings. He's very solemn, can be very solemn, but very serious, and that's just the way he is.
I also need to say that the streaming is excellent, and well done, DYN.
Yeah, thank you to DYN for providing the service for us. We're really moving in here to the next level in freediving reporting, and I was just talking to Stefan Andrus there of Serbia, and he's had 2 national records in a row, which is just incredible. He said he's just feeling so great about this competition. I think the whole atmosphere here is really nice. Everything is well organized. There's no problems. We're in the indoor pool. We don't have to worry about bad weather.
And it's always good to set a national record
in your home country.
Base. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've got our next heat coming up. In lane A, we have Veronika Kraktova of Russia, and her personal best is 200, so this could be a big swim for her. In lane B, Alexander Pavlov of Russia, personal best 218. Valdemar Carlson from Sweden, 210. He is one of our IT officers at AIDA. Natalia Domoshenko from Russia, best 137, Emmanuel Turlin from France 191, and Katerina Sidursky from Ukraine at 174. So this Katerina is new, but she's been training really well, I heard from the Ukrainian team. So we'll see how they do here, and they're off and coming into the 50-meter mark already. So in that last heat was Stefan Andrus from Serbia. He did 202 meters, which was his record, and a dive time of 2:42. He was really, really fast. So
it's always interesting when you're judging dynamics. It seems that you are running, trying to chase the athletes.
But then we have others that are slow, like Carol Karsh from Poland was really slow. It was the last one in the water, and it just varies. There's not a wrong or right style. It's what style works for you. So here they are. We've got our first group coming in our first lane here. Closest to us is Veronika, and she's making the turn at 100. And you see here we've got the next lane. Valdemar made his turn, and he's off. And also, we've got everybody now has completed the first turn, 100 meters. And for those of you who are new to the sport or just trying that first 100, it's not easy. It looks easy, but you're already starting to feel those demands of the breath hold, and to make yourself keep going is difficult. It really is. And there's, you can see a turn there from Emmanuel. Here comes our next diver, turning at 150.
You can also see various types of turn, which usually tells you either the freediver was a former fin swimmer or a swimmer.
Yep. Yes, we noticed yesterday Pierre Crouvelet of France during no fins, he does almost a flip turn, and
Yeah.
it was different than the others. And he said it's really works well for him in the short course pool when he has to do a lot of turns. He's found it to be very efficient for him. So there we have Natalia has already come up, and so has Katerina, and now Emmanuel from France. Our other divers are still going, coming in at 200 and up. In that first lane, that was Veronika Kraktova of Russia. She made the 200 mark and turned. So let's see how that goes for her. We've got Grant Graves judging on that line. And part of our rules is that the athletes are not allowed to be judged by a fellow countryman. The judges have to be from a different country. So we'll see what happens here on this dive.
We have the first white, second white, third white.
Third white, nice, that's looking good. I don't think those are the right, let's see, okay. So we have Alexander at 196 meter with a white card, Valdemar at 201, Natalia 150, Emmanuel at 203, all white cards, nice to see that. Still have to wait here a second to get Katerina and Veronika. See what the judges' decisions were on that and the exact distance that they went. So that was 198 for Veronika. That was a white card. And we're still not quite sure yet on Katerina. Oh, we didn't get that one. All right, they're adjusting now the men's results. We still have Matt Molina in first place, not unexpected, being that he is the cold world record holder. Harold Carson second. Eris now has moved into third with a personal best and 222 meters with a really nice performance today. Michał Dabrowski from Poland at 215 and Emmanuel Chelin from France at 203. So there's our leaderboard right now, and we're sure that has changed because we've got the Greeks still to go.
Yep.
And Goran still to go. So
Yeah, the second half will be interesting.
So this next heat now we have another one of your good competitors in Lydia. So and she's going to be in lane A. So what would you like to say about Lydia today? And you also have Maria. So tell us about the females that you've got. These women that are so strong from Croatia.
Yeah, I mean Lydia is one of my very dear friends, and she's one of the most complete sportswomen I know. She free dives, she climbs, she flies.
Oh, a break.
the break.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to go on break right now, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes. But thank you, and please come back
Stay
and join
tuned.
us afterwards. Thank you so much.
Dobro. Well.
Okay. Well, we'll talk more about it. Well, welcome back and the beginning of the second half of the Belgrade AIDA International Pool World Championships 2018. Getting ready for our next heat. We kind of had an interruption. We were having some comments from the AIDA Croatia president, Vedran Milat, because two of their star women athletes are going to be in this heat coming up right now. In lane A, we have Lydia Lidic. Her personal best is 2:04. Lane B is Sylvie Gilson from France, personal best 1:87. Lane C, Maria Kardašević, a new star who we know has done over 200 meters.
Rising, yeah.
Yeah, we have in D, Romain Hinfray, France. He's done 174. In lane E, Ryosuke Suzuki from Japan, 175. And in lane F, Miyako Ishida, 191. And she has been a record holder in this event for Japan. So Alice, what are you expecting out of Maria? I think she's our kind of our wild card here. We know she can do a big performance.
She got gold medal in dynamic no fins 2 weeks back in the CIMAS Championships, and we know she's really strong. She didn't declare any distance as her PB in dynamics, but we know it's potentially really, really big. So I think for now we have 2 or 3 even possible girls who can potentially be in the A final. That's Lydia, Mirella, and Miyako.
Yeah, our strongest diver performance so far was Annette Rayford-Otsen and from Denmark, and we'll see how these girls can do right now. We have several girls who can potentially challenge that and make the A final. So Vedran's over on the side here. He's going to be coaching Lydia and Maria and watching them closely, of course, being that they are his teammates. Here you can see Lydia coming out right here. She's very petite, and she's been competing for some time. She's a very experienced performer. She did not do no fins yesterday. I think she sort of specializes in dynamic with fin.
Yeah.
Here you can see the first turn at 50 meters. The first one is Miyako Ishida of Japan, made the first turn. And she hasn't been feeling well. She's kind of had a cold. We had a number of competitors, unfortunately, kind of been struggling with some small illnesses, but it does take its toll. And the stress factor just makes it worse, actually. So
It's stress, training, yeah, all together.
yeah, you get overtired. Traveling is difficult.
Yes.
You know, the airplane flight.
Yes.
So all of those things contribute to being vulnerable to not feeling very well. So here we can see Miyako coming in. She's already made the turn at 100. She's going quite fast.
Really fast.
Her safety diver is having to kick really hard to stay up with her. But she is not new. She's been diving since 2011, so she knows what she's doing. She's continuing on. She's approaching the 150 mark now. Our other women are still are moving along here at
150 for her.
150. There she goes. There goes Miyako. So her personal best, as I mentioned, is 191. So we'll see how close she gets to 200
She's
today.
doing good.
Yeah.
We have one exit. Looks like a white card. In the 153 or so.
And that is Ryosuke there.
Yeah, I think just over 150.
Yeah, 150. See what we can see here. It looks like Miyako has come up and
In the 195.
about 195. She's trying to get her protocol.
Really good. Would be a personal best.
Yes.
Let's hope it's a white card.
Yeah. Let's see. We got someone here close to 200.
200.
Struggling a little bit there to get the goggles. I'm okay.
For
Quick.
Romain, I would say.
Yeah. Quick. That's Romain.
Yes. And now we see the ladies coming.
Yeah. There is the turn
Whoa.
at 200 for Lydia.
203 around.
Yeah, for Lydia. She's looking strong there. Can't see Maria in this frame yet.
She's on the way. She's on the way.
She's coming. She's
she's on the way.
We have some excitement here. It looks like that was a white card for
And Mirela, she's there. She's in the 200 and turning, I would say.
Romain is very happy with that, with his white card. So, see, there's Mirella there.
No, we saw her come up.
Yeah. There
Let's see
you
the
can
number
see.
exactly because now
Yeah. Oh, she's well past 200.
well past, yeah.
Well past 200. So let's see here. So we have a white card for Romain at 200 meters, and he was
Yes.
extremely happy with that. Ryusuke 145, Miyako 195. White card. That's an excellent performance for her and a personal best.
So I would say Mirela, she's ranking first now. It's gonna be something like 215 to 220.
Yeah, we'll see. Miyako is very happy with that. That is a personal best for her by 4 meters. So that's nice. There's Mela there. Let's see what her final measurement is.
And Sylvie,
Sylvie, we don't.
let's see the result.
Yeah. There's Miyako is like beside herself.
She's,
Overcome with emotion.
yeah.
Overcome. And,
And the
she's-
teammates, whoa.
Yeah, they're just really
So
happy for
emotional.
her.
Yeah.
So Lydia finished at 2:05. Sevi, okay, very nice. Sylvie's PB at 200. 200 for Sylvie. That's fabulous. PB for Sylvie at 200. That's some
So
strong.
now we have a really tricky situation because we
yeah.
have girls in the 200 meters, so the announced performance can make the difference, yeah?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You know, the closest you get to the announced performance, the more chances you have to qualify comparing to the others.
Yes, Alice is explaining one of our rules. If there's a tie, the one that is chosen for the finals is the one whose announcement was the closest to what they actually realized in their performance. So I hope that makes sense. It sounds a little confusing, but...
So we hope it doesn't make a difference, but there is a chance that between Annette and Sylvie, they decide
Yes.
depending on the announced performance. In this case, Sylvie would be above.
yeah, Sylvie would be above. So we'll see the rest of those results here in a second. Here comes our next heat. We've got Goran Cholak coming up from Croatia. There's Lydia. Lydia, come over just for a second.
Would you? She's preparing.
All right,
She's
she'll
preparing.
be here in just a second.
Yeah.
But she had a very nice swim there. That was great. So let me read off here who we have in lane A. We have Tiana Nikolic from Serbia. Her personal best is 173. In lane B, Goran Cholak from Croatia at 281. Lane C, Yasuko Ozeki. His personal best is her personal best 187. Excuse me. Lane D, Emily Vernier of France 188. In lane E, Breffney Bols from Ireland, 175. And in lane F, Maria Olshevskaya from Russia, 186. So this heat, the personal bests are all very close to each other. So we don't have
Except
people,
Goran Cholak. Yeah?
Except for Goran Cholak, absolutely. Goran is one of our men who is capable of doing 300 meters. So one of several here today who's capable of it. We'll just have to see. He had a very nice no fins dive yesterday, and he was very pleased. He was in a great mood. So let's see how he does today. There's Goran now, as you can see him. He's in lane B.
Yeah,
so
he ranked 279 or 80 2 weeks back, so he's in shape.
He's in shape, and so he is going to be the second from the bottom. Tiana will be the fastest one, closest to us. He and Tiana are good friends. They've known each other for some time, so just so happens to be they're next to each other. And then we'll have to see with our other contestants how they do. And we'll try to get some of our other national record and personal best competitors over here to speak with us. But sometimes some people are more shy than others, and some would rather just celebrate quietly with their teammates. And they don't always want to be on our program. So
I think in the qualification it's more about the relief, because you just qualify for the finals and you expect the best there, so you don't cheer until you have your final result in the finals. Yeah.
Yes, and I think you're still kind of nervous until you actually do it. You know, this is just one step towards the medal race.
Yes, here for the big names, I would say it's a relief, and for the people who are really pushing just to get in the finals, then they can cheer. We have seen the Japanese really happy.
We have two of our competitors here in the center, both wearing full masks, and which isn't that common anymore. So we have Lydia here, who just completed her swim and did an excellent job. Congratulations, Lydia.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So how did you feel about that swim today?
Well, it wasn't easy. Actually, it was pretty cold, especially on the Paskin.
Yeah.
But it was nice. It was okay. It's a calm atmosphere here. It's very comfortable. So
Oh, good. Yeah, the organization is excellent. We have very good organization. There's no problems. It's not stressful. They got the nice blocks. You don't have to struggle at the start. All those things make a
really
big difference.
You can see the experience.
Yes,
of
this
the
is
organizers.
the third time they've done it. They know.
And actually, this time it's good. We're indoor, not the outside pool.
Yeah, especially today because it is cold and rainy today. So the organizers made the decision to have this competition indoors throughout, and that way we don't have to worry with the weather. Either way, we're in good shape. So that's nice. So how do you see the other women here today? We've had some strong performances already, and we've got more coming up yet.
Yeah, the girls are pretty strong this year. We have a Croatian girl, Mirela Kardashian.
Mirela, yes.
Yeah, this is her second big competition in pool, and I think the finals will be pretty strong. It will be hard.
Really exciting. I think
and the Poland team, and really.
Yeah, people, you know, the women around the world in pool and depth have become it's just the last couple of years, it's just been a huge jump. It's just been really something, you know?
Yeah, and the number is increased, and the number of the people who actually train and who have the know-how. How to train.
Yes.
And that's great.
That's great.
We are approaching the men's result.
Yeah, well, you
Step
know,
by
there's
step.
no reason why women shouldn't do this sport. You know, it's something that is, and the atmosphere is so nice, and men and women train together. We compete together, as you see, when one man in one lane, woman in the next lane. It doesn't make any difference. We're all together. It's really great. It's a really nice, and you develop some great friendships. It's really something to do. It's really great.
Actually, that's the best thing about the competition. You get a chance to know all these nice people from all around the world.
All around the world, and it's exciting but still friendly. It's not so competitive that people are.
It's not that competitive atmosphere.
Yeah, it's really nice. Well, thanks so much, and congratulations again.
Thank you very
and
much.
Are you going to do a static tomorrow?
No, I'm skipping the
No.
static and just focusing.
Just
on
focusing
dynamic.
on the dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. Thanks
Thank
so
you very much.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Will you grab Alex for me and tell him to come out? Okay, let's see what's happening here. Well, we've got the turn at 100 now for everyone. They're all coming into the 150 mark. There you can see Tiana coming in. Let's see where Lauren is. And so, Alice, where is everybody right now? It looks like someone just came up over there on the far end.
Let me see.
Might have been Breffney from Ireland. And I can't quite tell. Yeah, that's Breffney there. Struggling a little bit of a water.
Should be okay. Should be okay.
Yeah, it's okay. And there is Yasuko.
Yeah, good protocol.
Yeah. She was doing a very difficult warm up, which I was kind of surprised.
And it's a long swim, eh?
Yeah, but she looked like she did well. And there is Emily Vernier in the pink suit from France. And as I mentioned, she wears a full mask. And looks like Tiana has come up. I'm not sure where. The Japanese team is cheering for Yasuko because it looks like she got a white card. So that's excellent. And Goran is still going, of course. And there comes is that Tiana? No, let's see. there's Goran.
Goran on the way to 250.
Yep, he's coming in on 250. He made the turn at 200 and is.
So, Yasuko, she's marked 93, but I think it's 193.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh no, that's the point. It's 186.
186 for Yasuko, 155 for Tiana. Emily was 192. She should be happy with that. Breffney 155. And let's see if Goran is
Making on the way to 250.
on the
He's
way
almost
to
there.
250. Yeah. Yeah, there he is. He's coming in the turn. He's
And
turning
turning.
at 250. You can see that style of turn he has.
So
He
slow.
does-
I think he's in full control.
Yeah, he does not push off the wall. He doesn't want his spin to stick. There's kind of a suction. There he is. There comes up Goran, pulling up the. Oh, he's in complete control. That was very easy for him. Very easy. So it looks like we had a red card for Breffney from Ireland. I don't
So
know.
it's something like 157 around. We will see now for Cholak.
Yeah, 257. Very good. There
It's
is
Maria
Maria.
Chevskaya, 199, 189.
189
Yes.
for Maria. And Brant's just waiting to give Goran his card, and that is a white card, of course. That was very strong from Goran. We'll just see what his final number is on that. So that was very nice. And there he is. He'll be pleased with that, I believe. So here's our current leaderboard for women. That's not quite up to date because we know that there's Maria in first place no, but she's not she wasn't 260.
No,
That's not
definitely
correct.
not.
That's not correct. She's
Should
more
be
like
like
230.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not
Even less,
correct.
even less,
Yeah, so that's not correct. That's somehow there's something wrong there. Lydia 205, Annette 200.
But she's first anyway.
Yeah, she's first, but I don't know what the exact. So Goran now is at 260.
260.
That was Goran at 260. So Goran is first at 260. We have Matt Molina at 255, Carol Karch at 229, and Eris at 222. But we've got the Greeks left to go, Alexander Bubenchikov, and they are capable of those same numbers that these men have already done. So our final is still not near set yet, but that was a very nice performance by Goran. I'm sure he'll be happy with that today. So that's excellent. So that is our second heat of the second half. We're now on heat number 11. In lane A, we have Agnieszka Kalska of Poland at 2:15. She's another one of the very strong Polish women. Lane B, Laurent de Boccarat of France at 2:43. He could pull off something good as well today. In lane C, Maria Umbrecht from Germany. Her personal best is 172. In lane D, Yushneva Gorilik from Russia. Personal best 184. And lane E, Sofia Tepani from Sweden. Her personal best is 194. And in lane F, Volodymyr Istayev from the Ukraine, and personal best of 183. So we've got some strong performers in this heat again.
Yes.
Agnieszka did not have a strong dive yesterday, so let's see if she can do better today.
I would say today is her day, and
Yeah.
she will be for sure aiming this A final.
So, but we've got some other contenders here that could be pushing it. We'll have to see what Laurent de Boccarat, if he tries to push and get past gets up to 250 or so, trying to make that final.
Yeah, maybe even less. It's gonna make it to the A final.
So there you see Agnieszka now in the blue suit, Molchanov suit, and that is Laurent there. Well, we're getting down to our last. We have this heat plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks like we're going to have a funny one in the last. Alexander Bubenchikov will be going alone. So yesterday it was just 2 people. Today he's going to be the last one alone. This is the way the seating worked out. They had one person. So
So he will be the lucky one, if we consider so, that he will know with exact number that it will drive him to the A final.
Absolutely. Then, you know, this is an individual sport. He'll have in his mind that, you know, what he has to do exactly.
Because the others, they are gambling, but he will know exactly.
Yeah, and that is the advantage to going last. That's why I believe he made a big announcement. He wanted to go later so that he could look over everybody else. It worked for him yesterday. His strategy worked yesterday.
Yes.
And he went farther than he needed to because he was feeling good.
Yeah.
So I know he's looking confident today as well. So we'll see how he does. Maria's over here. Maybe we can get her to say a brief word with us about her performance. Let's see. Alice will try to grab her. She's standing right here. Hi, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that was a beautiful performance. And how did it feel today?
It felt nice. It was nice. I didn't want to push too far, so kind of conservative dive, but it was nice. Yeah.
Well, it certainly didn't look conservative, and you're leading for the women right now. You're the farthest one, so
well,
right
I
now,
know, but there's other strong girls. So,
yeah, there's other strong girls, but that certainly should be good enough to get into the A final.
finals. Yes, I was just aiming for the A finals, so we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was a nice dive. I'm
So
happy with it.
you haven't been diving too long, right?
No, I started a year ago.
Yeah, just a
I
year.
started
I mean, this is just amazing that you've come this far in a year. You obviously have very much natural talent. So.
Well, 10 years ago I was a swimmer, so I have this. I know how to, the technique is kind of familiar with to me. So, but I don't know. I kind of focused my life towards freediving now too. I have 2 sons as well, and so it's kind of hard, but I enjoy this sport a lot. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you in the final.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll get Alish back here. Alish, come on back. Grab him for me. Alish is back, and he'll be helping me figure out who's where and what's going on here. And we thank all of our competitors for joining us. It's nice to hear their comments about it.
So first walk for all of them.
Yeah. And there's the turn. You can see the turns, the different style of turns. This there you can see Agnieszka with the Polish no pushing off the turn there. And you are required in the rules to touch the wall with any body part. So as long as some part of your body, it can be your hand, your foot, whatever, you do have to touch the wall though.
Oh, she's fast.
Yeah, she's moving right along. There's that Agnieszka there in the blue suit coming in, making the turn at 100. She's right in front of us here. And we'll see what her plan is, what she thinks she needs to do.
She's been training quite professionally since a long time, but now she has the support of Giorgos Panagiotakis. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that has to give some results.
What else do we have here? We've got everybody now has made the turn and is heading towards the 150 wall. And the person in the middle is Maria. She's our slowest one in this group, but speed is not important, so you're not judged on your speed. Go whatever speed it works for you. Coming in now at the 150 turn, we have Agnieszka's already coming back this way towards 200.
175 now.
And
so Agnieszka is
moving
the fastest.
fast. Her safety is having to kick.
She wants the 200
really
for
hard. She
sure.
wants that 200. Let's see here what she does at this turn. Yes,
Turning.
she's making the turn. Let's see how much further she goes. She's heading over to the lane line. Looks like she wants to come up. There she is.
Right.
So her plan was to do just over 200 plus.
And protocol, yes.
Yeah, and she's fine. She's hanging on to make sure she doesn't fall off that lane line.
There's Laurent behind.
Yep. And then we have, let's see. So Sophia Tapani has surfaced. Valdemir has surfaced. And we'll see how they all do. There's a white card.
So A final for Agnieszka, pretty much sure.
Yeah, I think so.
And Laurent, he's still going.
Laurent's still going. Okay.
For the
so
250, yeah?
Yeah, he's coming in for 250.
Personal best for him?
Yeah, and there he's up. Let's see. He's got to try to get through this.
Oh,
There he
yes.
is. Yes, breathing hard, but he's hanging on.
Wow.
That's nice for him.
Possible A final for him as well.
Yeah. That's great. So we had a white card for Valdemar, 211 meters. Nice performance for him. We've got we don't have the rest of the results quite yet, but we will soon. That right there is, so one, yeah, we aren't quite right here. Agnieszka was 208, so that should be okay, safe for her to get into the A final for women. And Maria did 176, correct? And so that's, oh, look at Laurent, he's about ready to, yeah, he's got, that's over with, but he was very strong, so.
He did great, even though now he will have doubts if he could do that 1 meter more than can give access to the A final.
It looks like Sophia Dupani did 200. If so, that is a PB for her. If that's correct, that's a TB. Sylvie did 200. We're going to have a group of women, as you said, at 200.
So you will see how much the announced performance will influence.
Look at, we've got 3 women right now grouped at 200. Sophia Dupani, Sylvie, and Annette. But that is a PB for Sophia. That's an excellent swim. She previously did 194. So, and there we're having a switch over in our Laurent. And yes, Laurent, he got the 250. So that is really nice for him. Really nice. Laurent 250. Wow, that was really nice.
7 meter increase.
That's excellent. Really great for Laurent. So he's in the hunt right now. And that's kind of a surprise. That's great. And so he's gone ahead of Karol Koch from Poland. And I know Eris mentioned to us during the break, we were talking to him, he's hoping to make the B final, so he's hoping he's got enough for that. So we'll see. We do have some more strong divers still coming up though, so we'll see how it goes. So in this heat now, coming up, in lane A, we have Marina Romanova of Russia. In lane B, we have Giannis Kosinides of Greece, who is one of their strongest divers. His personal best is 275. I forgot to mention Marina.
In a short pool.
Yes,
in
he did.
A short
Yes,
pool,
he
which
did
for
that.
dynamics, it's like
It's
kind
really
of difficult.
hard. Yeah,
I think it's the only one ever who did that in a short pool.
Yes, he did that with all those turns, which is very, very hard. It just requires so much energy to make those turns, to move that fin. It's really difficult. So he's really strong. In lane C, we have Thomas Johansson of Sweden at 222. In D, Nicole Edensbo of Sweden at 175. E, Jimmy Fonager Jusesen of Denmark, best is 200. And in F, Mark Tartensen of France at 236. So we've got another group of strong divers here. And Marina Romanova, I saw her do a very strong dive short course as well. So there's Agnieszka. She should be happy with that. She had a good performance today. So she's walking by, still breathing a little hard. I think she's relieved that she's got that done and looking good on that. So let's see how this one goes. So we're getting ready to start now, and as Alish was saying, Jonas he'll be in the second lane from the bottom. He is the young Greek star that trains with Eris, and he has huge capabilities. We'll just see how it works out for him today.
Yes, we have also in lane F, Mark Tartenson, his current French champion. So I'm sure he wants to race with Laurent for this position.
Yeah, because Laurent just put in that huge performance. That was really something. And Laurent was on the bus with me this morning, and he was all smiles. You know, you almost, it's interesting. You can kind of see when the confidence is there. You know, kind of underlying this, that they're just in the mood, like I'm going to do it today. And It's nice to see that and have it all work out for them.
Yeah, you need to be so determined for that.
Yeah. Because they're obviously very nervous. You would be. This is the World Championship. So there's Sophia, who had a good swim, and there's Goran. Goran's got a big smile on his face again. Beautiful performance, Goran. Thank you. You must be happy with that.
Sorry?
You must be happy with that.
Well, I'm not like super happy, but it's fine. It's qualifications.
Yeah,
I did what Matt did, so that's it.
The job is done, yeah?
Actually, 1 meter more. Do you know my result?
Yeah,
Was it 260, I think?
we had you at 260.
Okay, so I beat him.
You beat him.
Yeah. So you're leading, yeah.
Yeah, Goran's smiling though, so that's a good sign. So, you didn't get a chance to see him, but he's here. We'll try to get him later if we can.
Just a fun and tricky game to do 1 meter more than each other.
Yes, but that's it's funny. They kind of play little games with each other a little bit in a good-natured way. Good-natured way. It's part of the sport, So. And we're getting ready now for this group of athletes to go. You can see in the second lane from the bottom that there's Marina in the gold suit. She's closest to us, and next is Giannis. Giannis, like George, just wears a jammers. They don't wear a wetsuit. So there's no requirement for what kind of suit you wear. It's up to the individual. But some people wear a full wetsuit. Others wear a swim speed suit. Giannis is just wearing jammers, and
he's a long distance swimmer, so he's used to this cold water.
He's used to that water. It doesn't bother him, and so he doesn't need to wear a wetsuit. Probably doesn't feel comfortable in a wetsuit. So I know that in the World Championships we had here 4 years ago, George ended up getting the gold medal wearing just jammers, and it was very cold and pouring down rain, and it didn't bother him in the least, whereas everyone else was struggling with it. So, for them, they're somehow able to just focus and disregard the outside conditions. So there he is. Here you can see him in his jammers that I'm referring to, kind of the long, kind of a Speedo suit. And there comes Marina. You can see her turn right there. So they've made their first turn at 50 meters. Now they're coming into the 100 meters. And in the center of the pool, Tomas is moving quite quickly. And the judges are having to keep up with him. So we'll be keeping our eye on Mark in the top lane as well, because we're going to see if he's going to try to surpass that outstanding swim that Laurent just had. A little rivalry within the French team, I'm sure. And there you can see Marina coming in. There's Giannis there. He's made his 100 turn, and he's heading towards the 150. He seems very relaxed.
He seems, but you never know what's going on inside, yeah?
Yeah, his movement is, his kick is just, seems effortless,
Yes.
It's not, but he makes it look that way. We'll see how we're coming in now at the 150. We have, there's Giannis right there making his turn.
Generally, for the athletes, the 250 meters wall is something they prepare for these big events. In the case of Giannis, he has to fight it during the season because he's competing Giorgos Panagiotakis. So even the half of the season, when they are not in peak shape, they have to be thinking of those numbers.
Yeah.
I hope that will help Giannis to get it here in the qualification.
Okay, that is Jimmy from Denmark. He's finished. And Tomas. So we'll see where he came up. And waiting to see here the results of everyone else.
You can see 200 for Giannis already.
Giannis has passed 200. He's heading towards 250. And Marina has come up. Tomas has come up. Jimmy has come up. Mark, I guess, has come up. I'm not sure where exactly.
Marina, she's over the 175 mark. Jan is going for the 250.
Yeah, Jonas is heading towards. There he is. You can see him now coming in at
245.
245. He'll most likely make this turn. Yes, he's going to make the turn.
And he does.
He does. All right, so he's past 250. Let's see how far he chooses to go today. Let's hope he can hang on and get a nice white card here. He's still going.
So that's over 260.
260, there he is. Breathing, his recovery rest. Oh, he was fine. No problem. He's fine.
Great.
He's fine. So we'll see what that comes in, but he's in the hunt right now for sure. So our results so far: Tomas of Sweden was 213, Nicole 206, that's very nice for Nicole. Marino was 178. Mark was 203, so he will not be threatening. Laurent has still been cooling down. I think he must have his legs were burned out, I'm sure, on that one. He's been on a kickboard going back and forth in the cool down lane. And then we'll see in a minute what the official mark is for Jonas. But that was a very, very nice performance by Nicole. That moves her right in at 206.
Yeah, really
top
big.
With the women. That's a big swim for her.
So another A final.
Yeah, we got another one. It's the numbers are really starting to bunch up. So there he is, and let's see what his final 266. Is that what that says? It looks like it screens a little.
Wow.
266.
So he's gonna be leading.
He's gonna be at the. We've got a change in our leaderboard for the men. It'll be young Jonas in first place, and as you can see, we've got Jonas in first place with 266, Goran Cholak 260, Matt Molina 255, Laurent Bocaran at 250, Carol Crawlers at 229. When we still have George Panatakis to go and Alex Mubenchikov. So we still have two more men who are more than capable to pass those marks, and we also have Pierre Coubelet at 220. And he was looking very good yesterday in Nopin, so he's diving well. So and Miho Bokanek.
Looks like he placed 250 meters.
Yeah, and Krzysztof Dabrowski at 250. So we're not anywhere near knowing who's going to be winning. There's Jonas there. You can see him talking to Eris, and he should be quite pleased with that. But we got to see what happens here. We've still got some strong men coming here. It's amazing. This field is absolutely incredibly strong.
For the ladies, get ready for the next round because we have big names.
We got big names in this round, absolutely. In lane A, we have Magdalena Solif Talanda. She is the world record holder in no fins and ranked first currently in dynamic with the gold medal in the Turku World Championships 2 years ago. In lane B, we have Julia Krzyzewska of Poland. Her personal best is 220. She's extremely strong. C is Anna Marie Christensen from Denmark. She's at 200. She was asking me earlier what the numbers were, trying to determine how far she needs to go to make the final. In D, Robin Gunnarsson of Sweden. Personal best is 225. In lane E, Pierre Coubelet of France. Personal best 220. In lane F, Christian Mäki-Jusala from Finland, and his best is 207. So
lane A and B are two current medalists, gold and I guess silver.
Yes, the two strong Polish girls.
And the lane C, it's Anne-Marie racing to get in these positions.
Yes, Anna-Marie will be wanting to try to make this final. She did make it in Turku, I believe. She and Annette were kind of battling each other for the Danish championship, and they're both very strong. So it's almost looking we'll see what happens here, but that 200 mark for the girls is going to be, it's going to have to be sorted out. There's going to be a group of them, so.
Yeah, how important it will be to do this extra meter.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Sofia Tapani standing on the side, kind of watching these girls, kind of wondering how her dive's what position it's going to place her in now. There you can see Magdalena Solif Talanda We talked to her yesterday. She's giving credit to her husband, who is her coach, and saying that she's really improved since he's been helping her.
I can tell she's done, and I've seen it, over 250 meters dives already, over the world record.
Amazing.
So maybe it's not the day for that because she cannot reach that much, but she's capable of.
Yes, I was telling our viewers earlier before you got here, Alice, that the current record by Natalia Molchanova is one of the last two records that Natalia had made.
Even though maybe in this competition she's more focused on getting this first position rather than the record, we will see.
Like somebody else we know, the gentleman sitting next to me right now. So they're getting ready now. As you can see, they're off, starting before the 10-second limit, so they don't get a penalty. So keep an eye on in the lane closest to us at the bottom of the screen. That's Magdalena. Right next to her, Julia, both from Poland, both very, very strong, as the Polish athletes are. It's just something in the water in Poland. I don't know what it is, but they're very successful. Next to them will be Anne-Marie out in the middle, and Robin from Sweden, Pierre Coubelet from France, and Christian up at the top of the screen. So here they come in now at their first turn at the 50-meter mark. See, Julia's just making her turn. And there is Magdalena. She's slower than the other drivers, but that doesn't matter.
So Anne-Marie Christiansen was pretty fast, also because she's a former swimmer.
Former swimmer, yeah. Swimmers like to move fast. That's just. Morella was telling us, she's a former swimmer, and it does help. It does help in a way. It just helps for your feel for the water, body position, things like that. You're used to feeling uncomfortable because swimmers have to train so hard. And so here we're coming in now. This is the last group here. Magdalena turning at the 100 mark, and right next to her is her fellow Polish competitor, Julia. They're at the end of the field, but that doesn't make any difference. It's not who finishes first, it's who finishes the farthest. So.
Oh, they are side by side, like a few meters away.
Right next to each other. There's the turn there. Style, trying to get going again. It takes a little bit of effort to get going again after the turn. That's why it's better to do this in a long course pool. Fewer turns and dynamic with fin are much easier. As you can see, turning that fin is not easy.
So all the girls over 150.
All the girls have passed 150 now. They'll be coming here towards the 200. All of these women are capable of doing 200 meters. That is Robin Gunnarsson, I believe, of Sweden. Yes.
So Magdalena for the 200.
Magdalena coming into the 200.
Whoa, so relaxed.
Yeah, she already knows she has to go beyond 200 because we've got a whole group of girls at 200. So let's just see. Looks like she's not going to go
So
too much further.
207, 208, we would say. Good protocol.
And there is Yulia right behind her, like just
The
like
same exact
I
thing,
mean, like
just
half a meter.
half a meter away. Yeah. Wow.
She looks like she's perfectly strong as well. I think these girls were holding back to conserve some energy. Both good performances by them. Anna Maria has come up. I'm not sure where. We've got everybody up now. Let's see where the official mark was. Robin Gunnarsson was 2:32, and white card Christian Matheusula 2:13 with a white card. Anna Marie Christensen 200 meters with a white card. Yulia is 2:08 with a white card. Gosh, we got another one at 200. We have just got
So
a
Magda, she's gonna be in 2:08, 2:09.
yes. She's just slightly. We'll have to see where the mark was.
So
You're always if it's over the mark, but not at 2:09.
2:09, that's it.
Okay. So she'll be at 2:09 when Yulia at 2:08.
So they should be both in the A final,
Yeah.
while Anne-Marie maybe B final.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot group there at 200. It's really gonna be tough to
Maybe
sort
not
that
because
out.
she's one of the last ones with the highest announced performance. Maybe
That's
she
true.
gets
That's
this
true.
gap. Yeah.
So anyway, that entire heat was all white cards. So that's excellent.
Really good.
Very strong. Good performances there by everyone. It's excellent. So coming up now, we're at heat 14. It's the third to the last. And in lane A, we have Andrea Tucci from Italy. He is our sole competitor from Italy, and we're really happy to have him here. In lane B, we have Vladislav Marsursky from Russia. His personal best is 2:20. In lane C, Alexander Maximov from Russia, 2:01. Lane D, Alexander Bogdashkin from Russia, 2:15. Lane E, Osipatola from Finland, 2:07. And lane F, Dmitry Smentankin from Russia. So we have all men in this heat. And
Because the ladies are close now, we already know the six
Yes.
first ones. It's
Yeah.
closing with Lydia Leach over 200 meters. So all the ladies in the 200 meters exactly, they're gonna go in the B final.
they're going to be, and that's amazing to think. It takes 200. 200 does not get you into the A final.
It's really crazy. On the other hand, it's good that they're not gonna split depending on their announced
Yeah.
performance. They're not gonna have this mental game. And hear this happiness.
There's a very happy athlete. That is great.
I think that was a long swim, something like 230 or so.
Yeah, that's great. That's Gunnar. That's Gunnar from Sweden. That's really nice. Exciting to see that happen. And Robin Gunnarsson, sorry. Robin Gunnarsson. Nice performance from him. So there you can see Andrea getting ready. He'll be in the lane closest to us with the beard. He came over and introduced himself to me, and he said he was just very happy to be here. And as I said, we're happy to have him. And then in the next lane, we got Vladislav from Russia. We've got the group of Russians all kind of decided to kind of announce together here. We've got 4 Russians in this heat. So they all decided to stay together with the one Finn and one Italian.
They all have similar personal bests, all
They
between
do.
201 to 20. Yeah.
So this will be the battle for the Russian dominance here in this group. Alexei Molchanov is not competing here because he's getting ready for depth competition at Vertical Blue, and he is. I believe Alexei is the national record holder in this event, but I'm not absolutely positive.
Yes, he's.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but he is the current world record holder in depth in constant weight, and he is tied with William Trubridge in free immersion. And I know that there will be some big free immersion dives taking place in Dean's Blue Hole. So
I met him 2 weeks back. He was competing in the pool just to prepare him physically for these big depths.
yeah, he's ready to go, and he'll probably. AIDA passed a new decision by the board that we no longer charge for doping tests for anyone. We used to charge the fee that the lab charged us, but We decided to pay for all doping tests now. So because of that, the athletes don't have to worry about incurring any kind of expense if they have a world record. So we've got a lot more happening. The athletes say, well, gosh, I might as well go for it now. So I think at Vertical Blue next month we'll have a number of them. There you can see Andrea getting ready. He's concentrating. And there's Vladislav. Panning across the route there. Alexander. Two Alexanders. Aussie and Dmitry.
The crew of Sashas.
Yep, all the Sashas, yes.
Planet Unit Championship.
Alexander has become a very popular name. We have a lot of Alexanders in this competition,
Lots
It's
of them.
just, so we have to say their last name. In South America, we have Alejandros, lots of Alejandros, which is the same name, it's just the Spanish version of it.
And in Catalonia we have Aleix.
Aleix, yes, exactly.
That's me.
Oh, gosh. Yes. Or it's either popular or for some reason that's the name that makes you good in this sport. Maybe that's what it is. So we should see the ladies leaderboard come up here in just a second, and that will be as it stands prior to protests. Now, if we have any changes in protests, that could change the results, but this will be the preliminary result list prior to protest. The protest time is 4 o'clock today. We did hear we already are going to have one protest. I believe that's in the men, though, about a start issue. An athlete has the right to protest if they don't like the card they received.
It's well recorded, well broadcasted, so there will be chance to make
Yes.
clear what happened.
Absolutely, we'll be looking at it with all these videos that we have. So they're off right now, and they're heading towards the 50-meter mark. So we'll see here our first athlete coming in, making the turn. There it is. A nice, elegant turn there. Very nice. And there's Andrea. He looks relaxed. Vladislav.
Push off.
Michelle. Nice line. You can see nice and flat and hydrodynamic there. Get a good view of the body position in the water. These people that are close to you that you see splashing around, that's the cool down lane, so they're not in this competition right
Well,
here.
someone is up.
Somebody's up early. Andrea.
I would say he aborted the dive
I
because
think
he's capable of a lot more.
A lot more, and I think he even dipped his head just now. It looked like he did. I think he just, I don't know, wasn't feeling right or something.
Yeah.
So.
We didn't see too many people aborting today, so.
No, and Eris was saying that, he was feeling much more relaxed. Yesterday he was really nervous. I think a lot of people were nervous yesterday. So now they're kind of more in the groove. There's a turn now at 150.
Yes.
Coming down here, when we see them in front of us, that will be at the 200-meter mark. So our underwater cameras provided by DYN, of course. And that second lane there is Vladislav from Russia. Making the 150. We're coming in now at 200 meters. Over in that lane is
Aussie, maybe?
Alexander?
I don't know.
Alexander or Aussie? Can't tell from this angle.
So someone is already over 200.
Somebody's over 200, yes. That is Aussie.
Aussie Peltola, I would
Aussie
say.
that just came up. The Finnish diver has come up. Over 200.
Strong dive, yeah.
And our next one is, you can hear, if you hear that.
Mostly turning the 200s, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, there's a, wow, that's Vladislav team was trying to coach him. I think he may have dipped though. It looked like his mouth may have touched the water, but we'll see what the judges say. It's hard to tell from our angle. We're not looking directly at it. Aussie is up. Dimitri is up. Alexander, and the center of the two sloshes are still going. So let's see how
Around
they
the
go.
220, he comes up.
There he is. That looks good.
Really good.
He's up and up high. That's good. You want to stay high like that so you don't dip. Doing nice big breaths to get recovering. Safety diver keeping a close
So
eye.
even though it's great performance, we will see if it gets to the big finals
Yeah.
because this is getting tough.
This is getting really tough.
It's only 12 people.
Yeah, and the B final people are not eligible for medals, only the A final. But it is nice to make the finals. And so that was a white card for Aussie at 2:16. Red card for Andrea. I think he aborted the dive and just stuck his face in the water. He didn't care. Yes, and Vladislav, we thought maybe he had dipped, and I believe he did. That was a red card. And we'll wait to see what the other two are here.
Yeah, he recovered really fast, but
Yeah, he was some, but he just couldn't hang on.
the card
But-
is there. Yeah.
And it's tough on the lane line. The lane line kind of sinks. You really got to keep your head. So you didn't do it. There, that's good. That was a strong performance there. So let's see what the final is. 2:17 from Alexander and 2:03. Let's see, that was the red card there. And the last one was Dimitri. We don't have that number yet. So I don't think that would be enough for Aussie. We'll have to see, but let's look at the list and see. We've got some really strong dives. So we've got 3 red cards in this heat.
One just aborted, the other two, I
The
guess,
other
they
two,
dipped them out.
They dipped, yeah. Still don't have anything on lane F from Dimitri yet.
That's his final result. It's marking 200 plus, I would say not. Well, let's see now the final number.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that's wrong.
We will have it in a few seconds.
There it is, 221, and that's a red card. Another red card. So we had 4 red cards in this heat.
Tricky protocols.
Yeah, those they were pushing because they knew they had to try to make the final, and it was too much for them. So now we have our next group up, and we got Jonas here standing behind us, looking at the list, and you can see his name is at the top of the list with 266. Jonas, and he's there with 2. Do you want to talk to us for a second? Here, look at Jonas. Jonas. Whoa! Whoa! Here, sit down. Sorry,
nearly died.
Alex is trying to kill himself before he does his static tomorrow. Well, congratulations! You're at the top of the list. How did that feel today?
Thank you. It feels good. I understand from yesterday that I'm in a good shape, and I did what I had to do today to get into the big final.
That's excellent. Well, Alex was commenting that you are such a strong diver that you've done these big numbers in a short course pool in the 25 with all those turns.
Exactly.
So when you get in here and don't have to do it and use all those energies, it must feel
Yeah,
more
actually, I think that for me personally, in dynamic with monofin, it doesn't play any role if it's a big pool or a short pool. Okay, in a short pool you consume more energy due to the turns, but for my mindset is better because I can separate the whole trial in small parts, and it's better for me. Better. It's the same with the long course.
long course. Yeah. And we were commenting too that you were wearing just short jammers. You don't wear a full wetsuit or a speed suit. You like the feel of the water. The coldness doesn't bother you.
Okay, I've done big DYNs with suit, with only shorts. I have tried many things. I think this one works for me, but I don't think it plays a very important role.
It's never.
You just have to be, your weight has to be right so that you are, your buoyancy is good.
Good. So are you going to be doing a static tomorrow?
No.
No, take tomorrow off.
Take tomorrow off. I think I need it
Yeah.
because I already feel tired. and we'll see in the finals
Well,
what can we do.
Thank you very much and congratulations. We look forward to seeing the final.
Thank you, thank you.
Good
Bye bye.
Good luck. All right, Alice will come back again. We're getting ready for our next heat. And we have the teammate of Jonas, the co-world record holder, and this one, George Panagiotakis. Georgios is his name. Oh, we've got that funny thing back on our screen again we had yesterday. I'm not sure what that is. In lane B, we have Michał Wojciech of Poland. And he's also a very strong swimmer at 250. C is Krzysztof Dabrowski from Poland at 250. D, Willie Hoffman from Germany, 213. E, Shinya Oi of Japan, 227 is his personal best. And in F, Petar Klovar, and I don't have a personal best for him. He didn't put one in, but I've heard he's very strong.
He's quite a newcomer. We saw him just 1 meter away from the qualification for the A final. But we know without fins, he's capable of 200 meters. So with a monofin, I don't know what he can do, but a lot for sure.
Yeah, so this is a very strong heat as well. So we'll just see. These men now know what they need to do after seeing Giannis do 266 and Matt 260. They know what they need to do in order to make this final, and the number is high. It's,
so far, I mean,
yeah.
the cut, I think it's 230, but for sure in the next few minutes we're gonna see it rising close or even above 250. We will see it.
Yeah, so these men have to push it. There's no playing it safe at this point. No playing it safe. If they play it safe, they will not be in the final. So we'll see. They're taking off now, and so the closest at the bottom for us, luckily for us, we'll be able to see is George. And George also is a strong depth diver. He holds the Greek record currently for constant weight. He is an all-around performer. He's good in static as well. So, and as I said, co-world record holder at 300 meters. So he is capable to, move that record up, and we'll see that. We'll see what he decides he needs to do today to make that A final. So tell us a little about Michał. You know some things about him.
Michał Bochenek, I don't know him personally, but I know he's quite a newcomer as well. So he declared this 250. That's really, really big number for a newcomer. And I know he will be racing with Krzysztof Dąbrowski.
Right next to him, they're right next to
He's a bit more experienced. We saw him in the last World Championships placing these 250 meters.
All right, they're coming into the 100 mark already. And you can see George there making the first turn. And just like Giannis, he's not wearing a suit. He's got on just the long swim bottoms, and that seems to be preferable for him. Giannis was telling us that what he wears isn't important to him, but he's fine with whatever he's got on. So that works out for his buoyancy, so it doesn't bother him. And there you can see who that is, moving in the center of the pool. Coming in now, they're coming in for the 150 mark.
For sure not Krzysztof, because he's a slow man.
There's George is going. George is, as he's known with us.
George was pretty fast.
Right next to Michał, and Krzysztof next to him. So they're moving right along. They're going to be coming down here at 200. The thing will be to see who goes in at the 250 and makes the turn at 250. But we know they're going to have to go at least 2/3 of the way on the 200 in order to make the A final.
Yes.
Here comes George now. You can see him now.
200.
200. Resetting. Getting those arms out in front. Getting streamlined. Moving up towards 250.
I would say definitely on the way to 250.
Yes. There he goes. He doesn't look like he has any intention of stopping yet.
No.
So the safeties are having to kick hard to keep up with him. He's moving out.
And the pole is chasing, eh?
The pole is chasing him. Yeah. Oh, no, he came up.
280?
Yeah, I would guess. That.
280 about. 75.
We just lost our screen, so we don't know.
You can just watch it.
All right, here goes George. Alice is going to run over so he can tell what happened. We lost our screen.
He's close to 275 meters.
Oh wow, George is almost midway in the pool. So he's laying down the gauntlet. He's laying down the gauntlet. He's not backing off. Let's see how Michał and Krzysztof did. They're out in the center of the pool as well. Yeah, I'm afraid we lost our feed, so we can't see.
Whoa, big numbers, big
Yeah,
numbers.
big numbers here in this.
We're gonna see it.
Yeah, Gregory, our technician, is going to come over and fix our screen for us. I'm sorry we lost our feed. We can't just tell you anything right now, but we'll hear in just a second.
Yeah.
And give you those numbers as quickly as we can. We're resetting. Sometimes it just goes out. I don't know what that is, but we apologize.
It's just freezing from the time.
Yeah. There it goes. Now we're back. All right. So we've got George now, white card at 268. Michał, white card 225. Krzysztof, we don't know yet. Willie Hoffman, 219, white card. Shinya Oi, the Japanese diver, at 221. And Petar at 250. So, and let's see, our final with Krzysztof is 229. So that has that heat set. So George is going to be just ahead of Jonas. So it'll be the two Greeks at the top right now with one last diver who is Sasha Babenchikov from Ukraine, who will be diving by himself. And that'll finish out our list.
Peter Klover about the cut. He might be in the A final.
He might be because he's at 250 exactly.
Yes.
So we'll see the list in just a second here. And
So let's see the number for Alexander, for Sasha,
yeah, let's see what
Ukrainian Sasha.
Yeah, and yeah, we got to wait for him on this last dive. So there we are right now. George is taking over the lead with at 268, followed by his countryman Jonas at 266. Next is Goran Chola, Matt Molina in fourth, Peter Klovar in fifth position, and Laurent de Beaucaron is the man on the bubble right now at 250.
So it's just Alexander Bubenchikov left. He has the highest announcement. So for a 250 exactly, he's qualifying and pushing out Laurent. We will see if he's capable of.
Yes.
I know he is, but we will see what he does.
See if he can do today. He looked very good in his no-fins dive yesterday. His personal best is 289, which he did in that was a world championship performance. So he was under the same pressure. So he seems to handle that well. That is, and he did try a world record attempt last year. He wasn't feeling up to it, but he does in his mind believe he's capable of going past 300. So he's probably done that in training and just hasn't told us, but I would assume that he can. So, and wow, we're right. It's interesting how this worked out with one last diver, and Sasha will be right in the lane close to us. We'll be able to watch him the whole way and see how he does. But I believe he can handle this pressure.
It's a lot of pressure on him, but I think he's the kind of guy who can deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a guy too that does the, he's big. He likes static just like you do. He's an all-around diver. He does depth too. So he's used to competition, and they just showed Laurent de Beaucaron. He's very happy. We'll have to see though. He may know right now he's the man on the bubble, as they say, if Sasha Babenchikov pushes him out of that A final or not. So there he is. There's Sasha now. He's from the Ukraine. He's been diving for a number of years. He has a company that makes lanyards, and he's been successful in that business.
Former world record holder in this discipline.
Yes.
Personal best over 275.
There he is, trying to relax. I think he probably feels like he's in a pretty good position. He knows exactly what he has to do. There's no question. He's like, there's no, if he doesn't do it, it means that he just didn't do it. But he knows how far he has to go to make that final.
Yeah, we saw him in full control for over 200 meters dive yesterday without fins. so he's totally capable of managing the situation, even though it's not easy.
There he is, trying to relax and get ready. Everyone will be watching him in this last dive. So we'll be happy to see everyone. See how it goes here. And this is, well, I think this has turned out to be exactly what we thought it was going to be, coming up to some big numbers here in order to make the final.
I was announcing from the beginning this 250 meter wall would make the difference. So when Laurent came up, I said, maybe he's going to regret from this not extra 1 meter. But of course he did what he had to do. It was an amazing dive. But it can make a difference. We will see it just now.
The thing you don't know, though, you don't know when you're doing it, like if you make the turn, just that little bit of energy may have put him over the edge.
Yes.
And then he would have, and he got a red card, then you get nothing. This way, you know, he did a solid personal best for him, so of course he's very excited about that.
In any case, he will be in the B final and have another chance.
Yeah. So here goes Sasha. Who is our media manager for AIDA International, is his countryman and big supporter, so he'll be very anxious to watch this. He'll be filming this whole thing, I'm sure.
And he's taking so much air, he has to open the zipper behind.
Yeah.
That's a no-go for a swimmer, open the zipper. But here in freediving it's different. They are feeding their thorax so much.
It's miserable when you feel really tight in the chest like that. You just can't make your best performance under those circumstances. He went in for the first turn now at 50 meters. See him from behind here, and here he is from above. It's nice to focus on the one diver and really get to see the whole performance. Coming in at 100 meters. He knows he has at least 3 lengths that he probably needs to do.
100 meters in 1 minute 10 seconds, that's fast.
He's moving, absolutely. You can see the safety diver struggling to keep up with him there. The first one's glad to hand that off to the second one. They don't need to be right on top of them. Trailing them is fine, just so they just keep an eye on them. No, everything's all right. So here he is coming into the turn now at 150 meters. Heading back towards us at 200. See what happens now after this last turn, when he decides how far he needs to go.
275.
Yeah.
175.
175 right now. I see that mark. There he is at the lane line mark for the swimmers and the backstrokers.
So one last pull for him if he wants to be in the A final.
Yes. One last length he needs to do. I'm sure he doesn't want anything less than the A final, knowing Sasha. So he's at about just coming up on 225 meters at that red mark in the center of the pool. See him now coming into 250.
He's gonna make it maybe in less than 3 minutes.
He is moving. He wants this over with.
And turn just for the show.
Turn, just for the show.
Yeah.
There he is.
Because he has it.
Yeah, he has it. There he comes up. 250.
Very good.
He moves the goggles, gives the protocol. No problem. No problem for Sasha on that time. We'll see what the official mark is, but he's past 250 meters. So that will knock Pierre Laurent de Beaucaron out of the top 6, move him down to the B final because Sasha has passed that, barring any protests that get changed or any other.
So the cut would be Petr Klova, last one in the A final with 250 meters.
250 meters is the cutoff. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see what his final mark is, but he was past 250.
So it's crazy because every big name made it to the final. Yeah.
Absolutely, we didn't have any red cards in the people that we were predicting should be there. They're there.
Very professional team.
And they did so very strongly. We don't have the final number yet here. But,
maybe in the ladies we are missing Alice Hickson.
Yeah, Alice.
Maybe some other name could be there. But
she's been struggling a little bit, so it must be maybe she's not feeling well or something like that. She's being congratulated by Gabriela Contreras, her judge, and she's talking to him about it. That was a very speedy dive, as we said as well. Really speedy. He's very happy, as you can see. He's going to take a picture with the white card for him. I don't have the final number on that yet. They still haven't showed us. They haven't put it in, but
it's going to be like 256, something like that.
Like that.
Something
and
like that.
So we will be signing off. We're done for today. We will be back tomorrow morning with static, and that is just the athletes stay static, stable in the pool, and hold their breath as long as they can. And Alice here is there's Sasha, nice video of him, and he's looking really happy. And so anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll have to have another partner because Sasha will be busy. Alice will be busy getting ready for his event, which is going to be static. And I hope you all will be paying special attention to him, of course, because he is a static expert, and we'll look forward to that. So thank you for joining us, and send us some messages on Facebook if you have any questions, and we'd be happy to answer them. And we will see you tomorrow.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye. No, it's the light's still on. Are we still recording?
Yeah.
257. I don't know if we're still on, but if we are, it was 257 was the
So
final number.
257 for him.
Yeah. You can hand all the athletes there.
We got it, right?
I think we're done.